And we're live. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TheCoinRepublic podcast. NFT Superstars of War is on the horizon. We're going to have it this April. We have been planning it for about months now, 2-3 months. So much so that on Clubhouse, we had a 50-hour non-stop, that is non-stop, literally non-stop room on Clubhouse. And I've been plugging it every time I've had a podcast. So we were quite active on Clubhouse. If you haven't been a part of our Clubhouse community, go down there, links in the description. Now, the room, the 50-hour room, wouldn't have been possible without the coordination and the efforts of some volunteers. And these people are titans of their industries, and they put the decentralization forward to people because they're not only talented, they influence people, they manage communities, and they all do that with their legitimate effort on platforms like Clubhouse, Connect Club, and many other social audio apps. And trust me, it is hard because you have to speak your heart out. Today, I have in phases. We're going to start with 4 beautiful volunteers who volunteered over here. So let's start with these 4 people. So let me introduce to the screen Chazz Gold, photographer, GAN artist, creator of Shapes of the Divine Project. Alan Teitel, 2-time Emmy Award-winning Practical Heart creator in collab with St. Judas for Ukraine relief effort. Joyce Moy, the gallerist and manager of Janet Lee's gallery. Janet Lee is her daughter. And Vessy, Mink, musician and leading currently the best NFT creator musician in the NFT Superstars Award category. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome them to the screen. Let us start with Alan. Alan, you're a 2 times Emmy Award winner. What brings you to the NFT world?
Wow. It's been quite an adventure, and I was introduced to the NFT world when some people had sort of directed me or pulled me in, thinking that I could sell some of the videos that I produced and that have been on YouTube for many years. I've shared about 500 million videos online, and they thought that that might be a really good way for me to raise money for me to build a production facility to make masks for kids during the pandemic. Unfortunately, I didn't have the marketing advice, and I didn't have the community that I needed. And now I'm building community, and I've met an incredible group of people through TheCoinRepublic, Clubhouse, and the Connect Club, where I have some amazing friends, some amazing collaborators, and we're going to conquer the world from there.
Right. Let us talk about your brand. You have a beautiful brand. And let me pitch it over here. It is pinned. It's ultra slow. Is it your brand?
Yeah, many years ago, I started. I developed the first slow motion camera for live sports replay. One of the things that I've always done is go out and grab technologies from different areas and combine them and try and make them into something else that's unique and different. So I took industrial strength slow motion cameras that were being used for watching how machines work and that kind of thing, and I started using them to film things like ladybugs, for instance. And the ladybug, when they take flight, they open up their shell. It opens up sort of like Lamborghini doors, and then the wings unfold, and they unfold. They're folded in 3, and then they give them a little shake, and they lock into position, and then they fly off, and all of that happens that fast. But in my video, it happens over almost a minute. And so you really get to see the detail of what's going on. Now, I also took that and did drops of water, and I had a match, and the lighting of the match, that clip ran for almost 5 minutes for just the striking of a match. I had over 2 million views in the first 2 weeks.
Wow. Well, tell us about your journey as an Emmy Award winner. You're an Emmy Award winning photographer, correct?
Cinematographer and technical creator. Basically, this goes all the way back for the Winter Olympics in 1988. A neighbor and friend had asked me to come on board and help them develop and use and implement some new cameras. So we came up with the idea that basically we cut the camera in half, and we had the small part of the camera was the lens and the sensor, and then there was a long wire that went to the rest of the camera electronics. And that was the first helmet cam that was ever on live television. It was pretty exciting. We had engineers that said, oh, they'll never use the shot. Why won't they use the shot? Well, they never used it before. Yeah, they never had a camera that could get the shot from under a bobsled or on a skier's chest or on the head of a downhill skier. We put cameras where everyone takes them for granted now. So it was very exciting, and that was my first online on-air broadcast adventure, was doing this. And we spent about 3 months up in Calgary preparing for it and shooting it. And I came home and I was told that I was nominated for an Emmy Award. I thought they were kidding. I thought they were pulling my leg. Didn't believe them for a minute until we went and to this dinner and they announced my name. It was kind of scary, but a lot of fun. So I figured that was a good business to stay in. I later received an Emmy for film cinematography for the '92 Winter Olympics, and then I was nominated for audio, for sound recording, technical achievement again. So I've had a variety of fun within the broadcast industry. In the '90s, I started getting involved in fractals. And fractals were an amazing, amazing technology in which they sort of theorized that you could get smaller and smaller and smaller in looking at something. It didn't work really that well. But what I found was it made for some spectacular visual images. And I've taken that, and now while I've been home during the pandemic, I've refined that art, and I'm creating some amazing images with detail, texture, color that you just can't get through any other form of art.
Yeah, I mean, I've shown in the website, it's all out there, detailed as well. I want to understand the transition from an Emmy Award winner to the award that you saw from our end, the NFT Superstars Award. You have been there on the 50-hour-long room. What was your experience about the award? And also tell us if we could do something better next year, because we're going to make it a yearly affair.
You know, the amazing part about a 50-hour project like that is that it's a 50-hour project. It was absolutely crazy. And without the talented people that you had on board to be able to do that and pull that off and speak for as long as they spoke, it was incredible. It was an amazing set of people. And then it was also part of the audience, because you drew a lot of people in. And a lot of people got to experience what the event was all about. What could you do next year? I think it was a pretty well-kept secret about the whole event. And I think as more people get to know it and know about it, and as you build your audience, you're going to find that this only becomes more and more successful every year. Not to say that it wasn't a success already.
No, it's successful because of people like you, and you guys graced us with your presence, and it was successful because of that. So I thank you for that. You were one of the nominees within the award in itself. So I want to understand first, who are you vouching for? You know, yourself, of course, because I see the confidence there. But except for yourself as well, do you have any friends you wanna, support for this award?
Oh my word! Well, right here on screen with me, of course, is Vessy. A incredible talent, musician, and a she does magic working with people and connecting people. Met a Ruth, also a tremendous talent. Brooke. They were all anchors of this production that was just incredible. And then in this whole group of connectors, we have the most silent but yet powerful connector in Farah. She reaches out, and you never hear from her, but you always hear that she connects you with this and that. It's an amazing group of people. So and then there are some artists that are just now sort of rising and starting to get visibility. And the amazing thing that your group and this core group of people that I've gotten to know are doing is that they're searching out, they're finding amazing artists and bringing them up front in ways that individuals just couldn't do on their own. It's not about just creating beautiful art. It's about being able to get out there and get seen. And that's what this is all about here. And I really appreciate what you're doing for me and for others.
Correct. And I agree with the people that you're vouching for, and we're going to get to one of them in a minute from now. But thank you for all the compliments, and we're promising to make this better next year as well. And we hope to see you next year in the award as well. Stay connected with us, guys. The voting form is down below. Alan himself is a nominee. Check out his work. And if you decide to vote him, do vote him for a category. And other people are also nominated here. Let's hear from them. So let's move to Joyce Moy. She's a gallerist, and she's managing her daughter, Janet Lee. We had an AMA a couple of days ago on Clubhouse, and she was an integral part of the 50-hour-long room. So without a further ado, Joyce, welcome.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. Yep.
Tell us about Janet Lee's gallery. Tell us about, how did you come to Clubhouse? How did you meet the TheCoinRepublic?
Oh, okay. So the reason why I am the person here and not Janet is because she's a special, differently abled artist. Okay, she has a medical condition, and she's also intellectually delayed, and thus I'm managing the business for her. The beautiful thing about her artwork is her colors. Her inspiration comes from colors. So if you want to appreciate her subject matter, it is an appreciation of the colors that she's having. Janet Lee Gallery, I'm very proud that we started it during the pandemic back in November 2020. That was the first time we have a physical gallery to showcase her artwork to the community. And we did that mainly because Janet, who is now also a brand name for us, actually represents positivity, empowerment, and gratitude. And if we do not have a gallery to show people what she, with all the challenges that she has, have been able to go through, it will be difficult to spread the message she has across to inspire other families who have children with difficulties, and also typical people like us who are in our down moments. Because as you step into the gallery, the first thing you would say is, wow, you mean she could actually end up having this? So we want it to be inspiring to the special group, but we also want it to be inspiring to us when we are in our darker days. But more important of which, the last roadmap that I want to bring it to is when Janet can actually establish the brand name Janet Lee, we can help other artists like her to build an entrepreneurship career under the flag of Janet Lee. So when I wanted to do it, that's the mission I had. I needed to be spreading the wings. I'm actually zero. I'm still, I think, maybe only 5 to 10% understanding what this whole crypto world, metaverse, and NFT is. But I knew that if I needed to bring my dreams true for Janet, we had to be on a platform. And her getting an award as a young, inspiring woman under the category that was held by Women Glamour Award told me that her story should really reach out to every corner of the world. So that's how I'm here today.
And you're campaigning quite strong for your daughter. Let me just, say that you guys are leading the poll on best NFT community, if I'm not wrong, and well deserved. A lot of people love you, and you guys are truly inspiring. Except for you, who you think deserves. I mean, let's not put a deserve. Everybody is deserving. We can't put a cap on art. Like, this is not an attempt to belittle someone, rather encourage competition. So, do you have any favorites?
I tell you, the people over that I have been meeting in Clubhouse, they are all just so wonderful. When I have that moment of time to sit down and listen to everyone's story, they are all inspiring and touching in their own ways, and many of them are also giving back to community. So the sad thing though is I did not manage, like I never managed to sit into Ellen's session. I didn't really catch on to Chazz session. I managed to get into Vessy because she happened to be a moderator as well, so I caught a bit more about her. But otherwise, I'm sure it's an endless list. When I actually went into the voting form, I had so many favorites in every category, and I'm only supposed to choose one. So some of the people that I managed to actually get in to hear their stories and they have come into my nomination list were, of course, without doubt, Vessy. And then we had Jenny. I love Meta Ruth's story. She's really, so genuine, so sincere in wanting to do what she's doing. I heard also the light side of Funky Puppets, a Wooden Mantra, to just remember and name a few. But the sessions that I managed to go in, I knew which category they were representing. They were nominated. I can't hear you, Saurav. You're on mute.
Apologize for that. Guys, this happens. It's going live. So I wanna know your experience about the 50-hour long room. You were there for most of the time. Have you had come across something like this before?
And I think the only other one was the NFT 99. That was actually how I got in to know TheCoinRepublic. Okay, that was my first one. The first time they held that NFT 99 artist show, I went in having zero knowledge about NFT, and then I realized I couldn't participate because I didn't have a wallet. I haven't done minting. I didn't even know what the whole world was about. But I made it a point to say that when they run the second one, then I was going to be in. And the second one was when they ran a continuous session as well. So I knew roughly when you all started doing the Superstar how or what to expect from a 50-hour session. Okay, but sadly it's just that sometimes my time did not permit me. Like now, it's actually midnight for me in Malaysia, so I miss all the sessions that would come in. Yeah,
Right.
you know, sometimes Dopey just comes in, Sleepy comes in and calls me off to bed.
You know,
So you guys are
Jafeel, you know, I
amazing to keep
feel
me going.
because our headquarters is in Asia. So we need, you know, we're coordinating multiple times. But I get what you feel, and you do deserve a round of applause for the sort of campaigning that you're doing for your daughter. You are an inspiration. Your daughter is an inspiration, and we're glad to have you in the Coin Republic community. All right. So thank you, Joyce. And we're going to again promise to you personally as well. We're going to make it better next year. And I hope that Janet walks out as the winner of one of the awards.
Yes.
Much luck. And let's move on to Chazz, who's a photographer, GAN artist, creator of Shapes of Divine. Ladies and gentlemen, Chazz.
Hello. How are you?
Mr. Chazz Gold, this is your work. Tell us about Shapes of the Divine. Tell us about the brand.
The brand started off as a creative lighting class assignment in a college course that I was taking in photography that I didn't really need to take. I was taking classes. I was working on my associate's degree in addiction studies and my certification to become a counselor. And I felt like I needed something to balance out the emotional content and the, I guess, like the heaviness of the addiction studies content. So I took a photography class and I met this teacher that was just like the most wonderful woman I've ever met in my entire life as a teacher. And she encouraged me to do off the cuff stuff. And I came up with this idea one day because she used to stand in front of the projector to teach us lessons. And I was like, well, what would happen if I took like all these crazy like psychedelic wallpapers that I have that I get for free and download online, and like, you know, they use for my computer all the time. If I project it on someone's body, and I rented out this little teeny tiny dinky projector from the library at school, brought it home, called one of my best friends, and I was like, listen, I want to point weird art at you and project it on your naked body, and like I want to make art out of it. And she's like, okay, let's go. I was like, cool. So we actually used the visualizers, iTunes visualizer. It was the very first shoot that I ever did like this. And then from there, just like I just kept like calling up friends of mine. I was like, hey, I have this idea. And we kept doing these shoots for this project at school. And then that turned into a gallery show at a club here for 1 month in Portland, where like 36 prints hung on the wall, which I sold almost every single print that was on the walls. Like it was sold out almost, like all but 4 prints. And then I decided he came up with a coffee table book idea, and then NFTs came along in my world. And then back in March of last year, everybody's stuff was animated. This was before the Bored Apes. This was before like all the 10K collections. This was like we're all kind of floundering, like trying to figure out like, hey, how do we make some money off like our art that we've been creating for a long time? We were like sitting on our computers doing nothing but collecting dust that nobody's ever seen. But a lot of people were using animation. So I was like, I can't just put these up as still photos. So I started animating them out of like little like simple like apps like Motion Leap. Back then it was a different name. I can't remember the name of it was. It's Pixel Loop. That's what it was. It's Pixel Loop. And from there it just kind of took off, and then I just kept evolving with it. I started reaching out to psychedelic visionary artists from around the world. The first 3 people that ever gave me permission to use the images were in this order was Amanda Sage, Cameron Gray, and Android Jones were the first 3 artists out of like 142 artists now that I collaborate with. They gave me permission to use their art for this project. And then sometime this last year, towards the end of the year, I started getting into augmented reality stuff. So then I decided to make a electronic like an AR interactive coffee table book with 111 pages. It's gonna be 111 unique NFTs like this, and it's gonna cap out at that. So every holder will receive either the electronic version of it, or if they don't want the electronic, if they want a physical copy, then they'll get it too. But they actually will get both if they want physical and electronic. And I use this as like I donate 25% of all of my sales to Rosehaven PDX, which is a domestic violence shelter that empowers women and their families to get back on their feet because of what they've been going through during the pandemic. And I feel like domestic violence is just a subject that like nobody really likes to talk about. It's the black sheep of like things that need help and need support. You know what I mean? And I know for Portland, there's been a 250% uptick in cases that are actually being reported in the last like 2 years since the pandemic. So I decided to do that, and I found this amazing group of women that run the shelter that back then was in a basement of a church and out on the sidewalk to give out supplies and help. And now they got themselves into a 2,800 square foot studio building with like showers and their own medical clinic and cafeteria and driving donation bay and laundry machines and like a huge basement for storage, and like they're doing amazing things to the people, for the women that are experiencing homelessness and bad situations because of domestic violence in Portland. And I'm really proud of them, and like I'm glad to say that I've donated over $3,333 last year to them, which is a huge like, you know, they raised over $3.1 million in donations, and like I feel like I got to donate 1% of that, and that makes a difference. You know what I mean? And I'm going to keep donating. So every time I make a sale with these pieces, they still get 25%. And when I get the book published, when it comes out, they're going to get 25% of that also. You know what I mean? Because I believe in them and I believe in what they're doing, and I think that it's a worthy cause. So yeah, that's and I also split, like after that I split the whatever's made on the sale to 1/3 of the artists that I use their art, and 1/3 to the model, or what I call them, my muses, because they're not really models, because everybody in this book is not a typical model. All of them are people that are everyday women or people that identify as feminine or female. There are some people in transition I worked with. There are people that I've worked with that are 18 years old to 67 years old, to every skin color, to like every size, and like from 85 pounds to 475 pounds. And all of them are in the NFTs. I mean, if you go look at the collection, you'll see like there's no like, it
is evident, like we can see the different gradients, different colors, chakras, and I can see the Indian, the Vedic references as well. It's pretty beautiful. So Chazz, are you nominated in the award?
I am. I'm in the award. It's like, I think that's the new let me go look. I think it's the new NFT creator. For some reason I haven't got any votes, but I haven't been pushing it out as much as I should be. I got a new job this last a week from this last Tuesday. I finished school as an addiction counselor, as I said earlier that I was doing the studies for, and I got a job working for an organization called Acadia Healthcare here in Portland, Oregon. They literally gave me the moon and the stars. They said, we'll offer you $21.50 an hour plus your own office and your own paid parking spot, and like you can take off the week you want to go to the NFT convention and go and do that and come back in the middle of your training, and like we love you, and like they gave me like double honor set for my office, gave me like repaid me for my espresso machine that I bought for the office, like let me hang my own art. I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, so well, we're glad to, on all fronts. You know what I mean?
Right. We're glad to have you as a nominee. Who you vouching for except for yourself in the award?
Definitely. I'm looking at the awards right now. Definitely. Where are the rest of them? As for like the musicians categories, I really like Plug Boy. He's rad, and Vessy both. So I'm having a hard time but I'm definitely gonna probably vote for Vessy because I love Vessy.
Chazz, I love you too. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of the devil, we're gonna go to We're gonna go to her next.
Okay, cool. Influencers definitely made a Bruce. Journalists. Let's see. NFT collectible projects. You know, I hate collectible projects, honestly, even though I have one of my own, but mine's not really a collectible, but they drive me crazy. You know what I mean? Just because, like, I'm a one-of-one artist. So I'm always like, I feel like I'm getting buried underneath the collectibles. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, there's so much talent on the stage and on this.
Hey, listen, Chazz. There is no. See, the process is quite democratic, so it's not just who wins the voting round. That actually is 50%. So even if you show up 2 or 3 times in the jury round, your name shows up, you have a shot at it. That's how we keep it decentralized.
That's cool.
All right. So don't worry, everybody has a shot. It's not, a lot of people are assuming that, oh, you're just voting for your friends and all of that. It doesn't guarantee anything, right? It's just the combination of both. So much luck to you. Okay, good luck. I wish you win. I wish you all the best. I'm glad that you that you got a great job, and welcome to the TheCoinRepublic community.
Thanks.
Yay, Chazz. Yay, Joyce. Yay, Alan.
Speaking of the devil, and when I spoke about her, she got the Craig was a Virgin Mary photograph.
I busted out the Orthodox. Yes. I busted out the Orthodox Bulgarian.
Where are the sunglasses?
I was christened in Bulgaria, Sarov. So when you say speak of the devil,
sunglasses. Pop down the sunglasses.
Where are they?
All right, forget about it.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, all the way from California, she is the.
I don't live in California.
Soul. I don't know where you live. All right, listen. She is the heart and soul of many communities throughout Clubhouse, multiple niches, multiple social audio applications like Connect Club, Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces. You ask her name, people would know her. People love her. We do as well. It would be impossible to imagine the NFT Superstars Award without the unshakable Vessy Mink. We did an interview with her before, but I'm not biased, Vessy. How are you?
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you, Sarov. I will just bow my head in a humility here, saying that it's really lovely to be part of this beautiful podcast launch that you've created today with a whole group of people waiting to be next in the Clubhouse room as we speak. Alan, Teitel, Joyce Moy, and Chazz Gold, big ups to all of you. You're amazing artists, and I hope you all win the award. In my heart, you have, and I feel that way really about everybody that's been nominated. And for all the newcomers, I'm just, that aren't privy to the nomination yet because they missed that. I just want to say we'll be back next year. We see you. We're sharing your links. And yes, I love to build community. And thank you, Sarah, for having me.
Vessy, anything you want to add about the award? You want us to change about the award next year?
I think it went really well, and we pulled together. It was fun. I wouldn't change anything. I think it's going to grow. I know that you're going to be offering the nomination to your whole 1.7 million viewership, which is probably going to be way more than that by next year, with 700,000 subscribers currently. Is that correct for the TheCoinRepublic online?
For the website, for just the website. Instagram is another 40K. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think I said before, during the 50 hours, it was so much fun and it was wild. And Brooke, Brooke Ganster of Land of NFTs. I want the Land of NFTs to definitely win and take that award away because they deserve it. Funky Eye Puppets as well, big time director, IPC, and multi-level storyteller for just creator and influencer. So big. Stack with the Pack. There's so many. They're all in my mind. Would Mantra Tegu Osternik with the amazing sculptures that he creates to replicate coral reef, 15 tons, at the bottom of the sea. There's so many amazing projects that I want to see, get the recognition and the light that they deserve. So for me, all inclusive, it seems to be that this has been that kind of nomination and soon to be award. So just hoping to see that next year as well. And I know that we will, because it's going to be open to a whole new world of people. And I'm just super excited to be one little tiny dot part of it. That's how I feel. I really
You're
feel
not
that
a one
I feel,
lady.
listen,
You're not a one tiny dot. Look
no,
at
I
you.
am one tiny dot. No, I really,
60% of the entire category,
when I
and we
say
have
that,
nothing to do with that.
You're a huge personality and part of all of this.
Guys, can we have
thank you.
a huge round of
Alan,
applause
thank you.
for
Thank you.
each other, not only Vessy,
Yes.
for everyone. You know,
The team wheel.
Thank you.
That's from the Funky Eye Puppets scripts. So I just think that the Funky Eye Puppets, if you want to know, next year should have you know, be in the exhibition. Like, let's just like write that down right now. Like, we're gonna do a 30-minute, 15 to 20-minute show. Write it in the script.
Absolutely. Next time we're gonna have. Well, we're gonna do a podcast with IPC soon, but guys, the next batch of people would be ready by now. So it's
And
been
if
an
I was
honor.
going to,
Can I just? I'm sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead. But before we end, ending remarks from everyone. Alan, starting with you.
First, I did want to thank everybody for everything that they've done, but also I wanted to put in a little bit of a shameless plug here, if I may. That
Absolutely,
next week I'm dropping 250 images, fractal images, to raise funds for St. Jude's Children's Hospital and their work to support kids with cancer in Ukraine. So please look for us. And I haven't built a huge community. This is something that we're doing on the fly real fast because
we need all the help.
We need all the help. And I also wanted to thank King Leo and Sky for a lot of work that they're doing behind the scenes to give me a hand there.
Yes, and thank you, Alan. I'm on board.
Parting words, Vessy.
I wanted to also give a big up to Joe Nix for the best musical NFT person, because he wasn't on that list, even though I feel that he ought to be. So Joe Nix from Hardistry, and yeah, thank you for the
I'm with you
opportunity
there.
to build with everybody, for your trust and your love and your support. BK Han, big time, Metaverse Generation. Without you, I wouldn't be in this space. So that is also another, you know, thank you to the Funky Eye Puppets and IPC for really being the influencer of the year for me. And also Mark Freezer with Sync Summit, and Kathy Heller's six-figure songwriting class that really led me to it all. And my brother paid for that. I would have never met any of you had my brother not had the, you know, basically the belief in me, and to pay for that important class that led me here. It's an amazing story. So thank you, Gusho, and thank you, Sav.
Splendido. Joyce, any parting words?
Oh, you're muted, Joyce.
Yeah. Sorry
Karma.
about that. Okay. So for me, I'm really, really glad to have come into this community. It's a new world for me. It's a new mission that Janet and me are going in. And currently, everything that we sell, a portion of it, it's not a lot. We just put in 10% of all the sales, be it artwork, art-inspired gifts to a children's home. Just one home at the moment, but our biggest dream is we build a business model, and in future, we hope that through NFT, we can open up this platform to support other differently able artists like Janet and share the story across the world. So thank you, TheCoinRepublic, Metaverse, Connect Club, and everybody who's been bringing me in here and educating me. I really appreciate it.
Mr. Chazz Gold, parting words in one line.
I love all of you.
Love you too, buddy.
Love that big smoke.
All right, can we say, we do this thing? Can we say in 3, 2, 1, Coin Republic? Can we say that? Okay, for the beautiful community, 6 months and strong, gonna be stronger next year. 3, 2, 1. Everybody on mic. Alan, you're on. You have to unmic. Unmic, Alan.
Metaruth,
right.
and sorry, big shout out as well.
Unmic. Alan is not unmiked.
There you
Okay,
go.
everybody.
And
Three.
Mina Athena. Sorry, there were
All
so many
right,
people.
guys.
James.
3,
All right.
2, 1. The
Coin
Coin
Republic.
Republic. There you go.
Republic.
All right, so part 2, ladies and gentlemen, part 2 of this incredible series will come in a couple of minutes. So see you soon. Thank you very much, guys.
And we'll all
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Coin Republic podcast. Part 1 is already uploaded prior to this. Welcome to part 2. We're continuing the tradition of celebrating the beautiful, amazing volunteers who helped us go through the 50-hour-long nomination room for the NFT Superstars Award. The nomination link, voting form, is down there. So without a further ado, let me introduce you to the screen. Mr. Adam V's, MetaShoxx Media, Funky Eye Puppets, and from Happy Space Station. Paul Vato, actor and owner of Vato Cigars, Me Familia, and Effin Guy, NFT. And James is a musician and artist, and he is the CEO and the owner of James Meyer Music. His NFT collection is called the Desert Sun NFT, and Meta Ruth. That's just Meta Ruth, by the way. Meta Ruth Media, and she works with multiple brands across Clubhouse and brands like Connect Club. All of them are superstars. Welcome to the screen, guys.
Hello. How's it going,
So
sir?
this is the part 2 of this. So let's just go one by one. Let's go with you, Adam. Commander Happy. We have heard you multiple times on Clubhouse. I want you to talk about your brand in person, on camera.
Yeah, no, so thanks for the opportunity. I love it. I love being here with people like Vato and Meta Ruth. Like, it wasn't yesterday. What was it, a month ago that I met Meta Ruth in a little Omni space, and she's like, hey, come on, we got to go check out Connect Club. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this Connect? She's like, no, just come on. I'm like, all right, bet. So we jump into Connect Club, and like just watching everybody move in these spaces is the best part. So I came up with the Happy Space Travel game, which is kind of like a cross-platform pollination media integration that's rocking the nation thing that just like me and BK kind of came up with together, because he was driving my teleporter, and that's the link at the top in Clubhouse over to another room where we got onboarded by a bunch of party hats, and BK modded them up. He gave them the green bean. So sure enough, we all got thrown out of the spaceship, and we're all down in the bottom, and I think it was in the Coin Republic. So BK sitting there, he's like, everybody leave. Nobody give him any attention. And he just stayed there slowly coaxing them out of the hosting the room, because they didn't want it to have like bad reports or whatever. So it was my birthday, and I came up with this like teleporter game, and then BK and I came up with the artwork, and it's just really about being in cool places with cool people doing cool things, like with Meta Ruth. And I can't be more, you know, as far as someone I would support and back the effing guys, or if, you know, however we want to say it, just for the reach. But no, they've got a great project. It's a great project. I love walking through the metaverse and seeing some of the artwork on the walls. Like, it's an amazing time to be alive with the people who know how to move in this space. So with respect to everybody's time, over to you.
You seem to hack somehow the Clubhouse algorithm with the Happy Space that game. We played it once. We were part of that as well. So I want to understand your perspective about the 50-hour-long NFT Superstars Award nomination room. You were a part of it. You saw it happen. So tell us about that experience. How was it like? Did you see something like that before on Clubhouse?
No, I'd only heard of it. And as far as one of the other larger rooms that, you know, I think it's the Million Marathon. I don't care about dropping names. They've done a great job of getting that trajectory, that momentum that we were building with the 50-hour room. They really amplified that. So as long as we keep doing things like that, I think it's very impactful, very powerful. It was very fun to be a part of, and it was also draining. It was a lot of energy, even though I wasn't the fully one that met Ruth and Vessy, and Brooke. They were to the ones holding it down. Like they were the ones bringing it in the 50 hours. And that amount of energy just takes a phenomenal, like, and I don't mean this to be like, oh, good job, girls, good job. No, it takes a phenomenal amount of energy to be able to not only coordinate that, execute it, and host it. Like that's the work of 3 people right there, you know, and you can say it however you want, but it was just a very interesting thing to be a part of. And we can keep it. Is there more to the question? Did I answer it? Because I feel like I'm just kind of doing whatever I want here.
You did it well, buddy. You're nominated yourself, right? In one of the categories. Except for you, of course, you can utter which category you're nominated. Except for you, who would you vouch for this year?
The Funky Eye Puppets, Meta Ruth and Paul Vato, anything that they got going on. I don't know about the giraffe guy, Gary. Like it seems like cool. Like I learned a lot of information, so I would back him. Just I don't have much to do with him, but he seems cool. Like his project seems. I've got a lot of experience out of the Board Yacht Ape Club, but that's not anything that I've bought to be a purchase of. I just think they're doing a lot of cool things on the inside, and we can synergize and get aligned with them if we all put our energy there. So there are a lot of cool things happening there. And myself, the Happy Space Travel game, I know you said not to nominate myself, but I am always going to nominate myself no matter what, because you have to be the person rooting for yourself at the end of the day. So
that's a Floyd Mayweather line, I think. You know, you have to bet on you. That's the biggest and that's the most lucrative bet you can make. So that's what we tried to actually promote. Not only you could have, but of course, a lot of people said, "Oh, it's awkward to nominate, you know, themselves." Other than we open it up for others as well. You can nominate others as well.
Well, I voted for myself. I thought it was a bit excessive for me to do it 10 times. I'm not an egotistical tyrant, so I thought that voting for myself is enough energy. You don't have to do it 10 times over. And yeah, we're
gonna clean those parts, by the way. Don't worry about it. Vote 10 more times. So you see that we're gonna remove all of them. All right, guys. All right, don't worry. We're keeping it transparent. Let's move to Paul Vato. Now you're from Las Vegas, correct?
I'm in Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm originally from Chicago.
All right, but you're in Sin
Los
City.
Angeles,
That's it.
or Hollywood for about 10 years, and now in Las Vegas for about 10 years.
Complete
Hollywood.
package, isn't it? Look at that: Los Angeles, Vegas, Sin City, and then Chicago. Second city. You got all the ingredients of making it into the entertain. You're an actor. You're an owner of Vato Cigars, and you're gonna introduce Vato Cigars into the metaverse soon. Also, you're a part of 2 metaverses at the moment, Mi Familia and F and Guy. Tell us about your projects, man. You're all over there.
Yeah, I'm all over there, and that's probably why I got that nomination for influencer in your amazing contest, which I think is just so great for the community. But yeah, I got Ruth brought me in, and I'm a partner in Mi Familia, and it's not just this one collection. We have a total of 7 collections that will be dropping. I don't know how much I can reveal about that, but I'm very excited because it's not just in the NFT world. We're combining our resources to bring it to the bricks and mortar world, because I know a lot of business owners and casino owners and things like that in Las Vegas. I was inside Binion's Casino for 10 years, which is an iconic casino, which is where the World Series of Poker started 53 years ago. So there's a rich history of poker there. And I know a lot of the local business owners in Las Vegas, as do my partners, with Meta Ruth and Victor, Crypto Vic, New York. He is also very well connected in our consigliere, Giuseppe Joe. We have a lot of business connections, and we're making new ones all the time. So we're trying to bridge in real life, bricks and mortar businesses, and bring them into the world of NFTs and crypto and things like that. So it's a great project. I wouldn't be involved with it if I didn't believe in it 100%, and that's Mi Familia. And then our first collection is Effing Guy, FKNGUY.com, because everyone needs an effing guy, and that's what we're here to do. Collaborate, collaboration over competition, and we're reaching across the aisle to other NFT projects that we believe in, and we're looking for artists to collaborate with, because we'd like to make some unique pieces with with their art and with our brand, with the Effing Guy or Mi Familia, and as well as running some contests to crown the effing rapper and the effing singer and the comedian and the actor. So we have some exciting things planned. And if you have any specific questions about me, you can find me at paulvato.com. Reach out. I'm on all the social media with my 90,000 plus followers and subscribers across Twitter, Instagram. So there's Paul Vato, there's Vato Cigars, there's Bad Hombre Yoga, which is my yoga lifestyle brand. But if you have any specific questions, I'd love to answer them for you. I don't want to take up all the time.
The followers brings me to the next question. You're nominated in the Best NFT Influencer category, correct?
Yes.
We got great competition over there. We got Stack Pack, we got Yourself, we got Kane Mayfield, we got big Titanic names. I mean, it's dope. So tell us about the experience, and also I want to know if you did enjoy the 50-hour room, because you were there. So tell us about that experience.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Well, to address your first comment or question, just to be mentioned, I was as surprised as anyone else, believe me, because I'm relatively, I think like all of us, we're all relatively new in the grand scheme of things, relatively new to the world of NFT and whatnot, and bridging our influence and NFTs. But just to be mentioned amongst all those names, and Meta Ruth, to me it was just it's an honor. It was a shock and an honor, because we're all new, but I feel like I'm definitely even newer. So just to be included is an honor and a pleasure. And whomever wins, it's good for the whole community, I think, because we're all promoting each other. We're not just forget their project, just look at mine or vote for mine or buy mine. No, it's about building community, and it crosses over all the NFT projects, or at least, from our end, we want to work with everyone else and bring that up. And part of that was this 50-hour. I mean, I had a great time, but I wasn't there for 50 hours. I'd pop in, then come take a nap, and come back all refreshed and do my comedy and make people laugh. But I'm not there for 50 hours like Meta Ruth and Vessy and Brooke. I mean, they were there, like Happy mentioned. I mean, it's amazing. Hats off and kudos to that. I've hosted a room for about 11 or 12 hours. Back when I was young, a year ago, when I was fresh into the clubhouse scene. But I don't think I could do it anymore. It's like, it's I've learned to leverage my partnerships and do that with I'm also involved in a project called 24.7 SM, which is to bring content creators together, and we're developing an app to help them with that, and a marketplace. So yeah, I'm able to answer any of those questions. So thank you.
Absolutely. And I think it was a collective effort. So there are people who actually slept on the room. There are people like you who were popping in and out and entertaining people at the same time with a fresh perspective. And there are people like Happy as well, who's exercising with a goddamn kettlebell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Paul, what do you think we should change for the next year?
I mean, for especially for best influencers, get rid of everyone else and just put me in there, and then I don't have to worry about it or try to get votes. That's
good luck for that one, buddy. I didn't even get nominated. I didn't even nominate myself because I'm like the hidden gem and everything. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're going to have growing pains, of course. But I mean, so far, I think it's been. And you said you're going to clean up the voting, because I know I had a few people reach out and go, "How many times can we vote?" And I was like, I don't know. I think just once. But then they're like, I've been able to vote a couple times. I'm like, all right, well, there you go. So I think,
voted for Meta Ruth 4 times.
Nice. Well, vote for. I'm from Chicago, where they say vote and vote often. So if we can vote more than once, I'll definitely do that. But Yeah, man, what can you change? Maybe with a little bit more advertising, just to make sure that that we don't miss anyone like Happy, but this is the growing pains of this first year. Now people will know that next year, even set the dates now, starting in February or February 1st or whenever, voting is open for next year type of a thing. And I mean, we're all in this, we're in the infancy, just to be a part of it. I think it's an honor.
True that. The honor is all mine and all ours on behalf of everybody in the Coin Republic. Thank you very much, Paul. We go to the superstar here, one of the NFT superstars. She was one of the cornerstones. She's one of the cornerstones for the 50-hour room. She is a community builder. She's absolutely amazing. And Ruth, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
I mean, I've had Vessy in the first part of the interview, and I told everyone how amazing she was. And if you go to any of the crypto, NFT, metaverse communities in Clubhouse or Connect Club, just ask Vessy. People will let them know who they're talking about, right? So you're one of the other persons with a similar personality. People know you quite a lot. What's the secret sauce?
I think I know how to multitask really well when it comes to technology. I was building websites when I was like in 3rd grade. I used to HTML. I was part of the evolution of technology. I built multiple businesses just from my cell phone. And when I built my businesses, I did not invest $1. Like I didn't get any loans. I built my businesses by posting in buy, sell, and trade groups on Facebook. And that's how I acquired my clients. So being that I'm so used to building businesses online in the Web 2 space, when it came to Web 3, it was just like a cakewalk for me. But just kind of being who I am, and just treating people the way I want to be treated is honestly the secret sauce to anything. I feel, if you want to be successful.
I mean, you got so many brands in the Web 3.0 space on your resume. Effing Guy, Me Familia, Connect Club. Tell us about the brands that in the Web 3.0 that has your name on it.
So when I started with Meta Ruth, actually it was one of my friends named Kenny Parry. He got me the name and he gave it to me. Once Facebook announced Meta, he's like, I got to get Meta Ruth one. He was my friend from my solar business. And so I didn't think I was actually going to use, Meta Ruth, but I was, I'm a domestic violence survivor. Last year I had my nose broken. I had a concussion, lost spinal fluid from my brain. Because of the injuries due to my nose and my neck and different things, I wasn't able to do certain jobs that I used to do. So the only thing that I had was an iPad and a pen and like no income, like lost everything. And so I started designing 3D art. I was inspired by Gary Vee. And I said, let me see if I can design. And I started designing, and my first NFT, my first couple NFTs were doo-doo, but my real like iconic NFT is called Speak Out, and it's a 3D microphone doll representing speaking out against domestic violence. And it's a doll, and she has a necklace on. It says Speak Out, and on the heart it says Survivor. That's what really started getting my name out there, because I can build buildings, I can build dolls. I've made an exact replica of my bedroom. And so because I was showing people my artwork on my Instagram, that's how like people know me as a 3D VR artist for the metaverse. But what ended up happening was I also have the business and marketing skills. And so I guess people just started coming to me for advice, and I've helped facilitate, projects like, right now there's people saving rhinos. That's a project I helped out. There's another project.
Lavender.
Yeah. So there's just multiple projects. But Meta Ruth is pretty much a media company, and so I started with my project, and then I had these guys from New York, one of my clients, that came to me with the project, and I insured his business, his houses, his cars. And he's like, look, I got a project, and it was almost pretty much done. He's like, can you help facilitate it? So I was like, sure. And then that's when I brought Paul on. And so now, you know, I have that project, I have the other projects, but in the meantime, I help artists. So I have a 3D VR art gallery that is currently in the process of being made, where I showcase other artists' artwork. So I help artists get exposure, and that will be in the metaverse in a mall. And it will also be connected to a concert hall. Sorry, that must have been like a lot all over the place. I don't know if I answered your question.
Kind of expected it, but thank you very much. 50 hours long. You're not speaking for 50 hours, but you could have. So tell me, Meta Ruth, the experience of the 50-hour Ruth.
So like the first day, I guess you could say, it was like going good, like really good. Like my body was fine. The next 24 hours was like, we started losing it, but we kept the momentum going. Like it just became like from being serious to freaking hysterical. And the longer we stayed, the more fun the room was getting, because we just were so relaxed. And by the way, everybody was a moderator and everybody had a green bean. And that's what I love about it. Like when me, Vessy, and Brooke, when we throw rooms, everybody gets a green bean and we never have any problems. Nobody shuts her, because we're all positive energy. But after those 50 hours, I was like in bed for 2 or 3 days. But the whole reason why we did that was because we wanted the whole NFT community across Twitter, Connect Club, Clubhouse. We wanted everyone to have the opportunity to get nominated. And you know, that's something, you know, we don't get paid to do that. We just wanted to do that from the goodness of our heart. So it was exhausting. It was exhausting.
It was for a lot of us. Me personally, I also had a fever after that, so it's difficult. I know it's difficult, but for those for those who want to be a part of this passionate community, go ahead. The link is down below next to the voting forum. Our clubhouse, we're currently at around 2K, not 200K, but we're gonna make it 200K eventually one day. So once
they join, they'll make it to 200K.
There you go. The TheCoinRepublic crypto. The TheCoinRepublic crypto. Go ahead and follow that. I want to ask you, Meta Ruth, one last question. Do you have any pointers for us to do better next year?
Just have me involved and help you structure it.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know.
There goes my job. What can I say?
I would say, and make it a 60-hour room. You know, so yeah. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, you know, we're not just a community based in the United States. You know, across 3 time zones or 4, or I guess if you're counting Hawaii and whatnot, but we're actually a global community. So to do a 50-hour room or longer, 50 was plenty. I mean, it really afforded everyone the opportunity to get involved. There was no excuse. So no matter what part of the world, you were able to jump in and contribute and enjoy the room and learn about what was going on. So, you know, my hat's off to Ruth and Vessy and Brooke and everyone that was, you know, really involved in that whole you know, weekend of the event. So yeah, I mean, it's nice when we're making the world a smaller place as we are. So thank you.
And my one piece of advice be for anybody would be, I live by this saying, and I say it all the time. It's good to be blessed, but it's better to be a blessing. So that's the way I was born and I was raised, and that's just the way I live by. And that's why some people, they'll be like, well, how did Meta Ruth surpass us? Well, look at the way I treat people, you know, and that's been my whole life. People was like Ruth, my real name is Ruth. They're like, how does she do it? And I will surpass people based on how I treat people. Then people see me, they value me, and I just get pushed to, you know, and elevate. So
you are a one of a kind personality. I can say that from the bottom of my heart. Don't come after my job, with all respect.
I don't want your job. Don't worry.
I'm just kidding. You have been tremendous for the community, the CoinRepublic community, and throughout communities. I do want to ask before we part, all of you. This has been an incredible interaction. What's next? What next do you want from us, from the CoinRepublic, except for the award? Anything special you want to do?
A lot more podcasts involving the team. I think that I foresee sort of like some of the other rooms. I know one in particular that influenced me quite a bit and has a lot of positive message, no matter what you say, is our mindset. And if we could have an ongoing room, you know, with the CoinRepublic's help, and everybody who, like, obviously it's not going to take us, it's going to take more than us. But if we had a NFT infinity room, that way at any time somebody could just jump in and learn what's going on, what's new. And you had the team built out that big across so many, all the time spans. We had just an NFT infinity room. And that way it's just a constant flow. Now that's obviously not going to happen tomorrow, or is it? But I'd like some assistance with that from, you know, the effing guys and Ruth and CoinRepublic, because that's what I envision. I mean, if you have that pipeline information constantly going, your team is that big, you're connected to that. And it's really cool because I'm over here actually inviting people to speak on Clubhouse stage with a room that I can't even hear. So they're just getting bombarded with new
there's people hearing us? Is there people hearing us right now?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not on Clubhouse.
Webinar.
But you know, guys, in the end of the day, we do have something interesting to announce. We're gonna announce it officially on Clubhouse, like technically on Clubhouse, but we're gonna do it one more time here. All right. It simply goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up with the CoinRepublic magazine. Now, this is very interesting because the first ever issue of the CoinRepublic magazine's cover will have all the 10 winners of the NFT Superstars Award.
I don't even know if I'm a winner. I feel like a winner, though.
Well, even if you're not on the cover, you're probably going to be one of the pages of the NFT. So the first ever issue, it's going to be minted as an NFT, the entire issue. So we're going to have limited edition copies available. So if you have someone, you know, a fan, you want to share it, maybe they want to gift it or something like that, or you, the people watching it, the first ever issue, please go ahead and do that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be huge.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
That sounds amazing.
We're gonna do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ages of all sizes, shapes, and swirls.
That's how I'm gonna sort of coordinate in between the broadcast part of the CoinRepublic as well as probably the editor-in-chief of the magazine. That's how we're gonna do every single month. By the way, every single month the issue will change. We'll have a new person on the wall. It's gonna be like the Times Magazine.
That'll be sick. That'll be sick.
The metaverse and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to share it with 1.7 million impressions and 700K active subscribers we have on our website. So, fingers crossed. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, yeah.
Please go ahead, Ruth. Parting remarks.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a whiteboard right here. Every day, I write on my whiteboard my what is the word? Aspirations, or I write on that every day, and I'm a big believer in God, and I write on my whiteboard to God on my whiteboard every day, and I list my angels out on my whiteboard, the people that passed away, and I send messages to my angels on my whiteboard. So I believe in having a whiteboard, and waking up and writing positive things to yourself can absolutely make your dreams a reality.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
We're about to
you have to do that in your head before you get. I was just gonna say you have to do that in your head and then get it. I'm a huge proponent of that. Good job. I don't do the whiteboard, but I do it in the head, and I just tell myself all the good things and how good I am, and you know how. Oh,
All right,
anyway, back
guys.
over to you, Sir. I was gonna say though, the Alan with his fractal. I don't think anybody said anything about that. He wasn't a part of the NFT 99, but he's a really good dude, and I just wanted to throw his name in there, Alan Teitel. So, back over
Yeah,
to
he
you.
was nominated. We interviewed him in the first place. So yeah, I mean, guys,
Oh, good.
this is the second part. The other parts are gonna come. Unfortunately, James dropped out. So
No, I'm just kidding.
we're
I'm
not
just
gonna do
kidding.
that. Just dropped out, so that was a problem. We have some new names showing up. We're gonna cover them on the next part. So see you on the other.
Thank you.
part.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the NFT Superstars Award celebration. We're celebrating the volunteers who helped us with the 50-hour nonstop room. This video is divided in 5 parts. This is the third part. We have interesting personalities on. They're very integral to the TheCoinRepublic community as well as in the entire Clubhouse community. So let me bring together on the screen, if I may, BK Han, the founder of Metaverse Generation and the founder of NFT 99 Exhibition 1.0, 2.0. Brooke, Heather Brooke, she is the founder of Land of NFTs and the NFT 99 Exhibition. She is an integral part of many communities. She is I could say the heart and soul of both the NFT 99 exhibition and the NFT Superstars Awards. So welcome her. I see WaterGirl. She is part of the Mi Familia family, as well as she is an integral part of the community as well. So without a further ado, let us go ahead with today's broadcast. Let's start with BK. BK, welcome to the show. I've had you before on an individual podcast. Remember that did pretty well. You were talking about NFT 99 exhibition. So can you shortly describe both of your brands and what's next? What's the next step for you?
Well, NFT 99 was created by Metaverse Generation Club. Metaverse Generation Club created for people that are interested in Metaverse, NFT, this new space, especially for artists, musicians who want to get into the blockchain, kind of a new technology. So we created this platforms, this space, and a community for everyone to come together to have a safe and easy space to enjoy while you're learning the blockchain. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because this was perhaps one of the biggest inspirations we had for the award, right? Because we saw you guys handling, I think, almost 72 hours or like 48 hours. How long was it?
54 hours.
So we gave you a solid competition, but although we were partners on this, so not exactly competition, but
we're like 10 minutes short. Yeah, yes, just 10 minutes.
10 minutes short. Okay, every minute counts. But how did you, what sort of was unique about the award? What do you think?
Well, I think the NFT space is very new for everyone. There's yet a very prestigious award. Like I say, you don't have a Grammy award for NFT space yet. I always call the NFT Superstar when it was sort of suggested and created some months ago that it's going to be like a Grammy one day. This is the very first one, and I think everyone is excited. We are creating some kind of recognition for people who are in the space. We have 10 categories, including categories that are newcomers. So I think there's space for everyone to come into. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the board meeting when the categories came up. So certain categories went short this year. I know best NFT photographer and all of that. We're gonna plan to add those category next year. So maybe next June or next April, around that time, we're gonna have the next NFT Superstars Award. Do you have some pointers for us to be better next year?
Well, I think for the first show that we had, I don't think we did badly. I mean, we have a lot of volunteers. We have some most of the volunteers have experience for NFT 99 exhibitions.
Right.
We know, when to cut in, when, and then the exhibition arrangement was also in order. Well, the next time round, I guess it's going to be having a lot more people that's coming from the brand. So, companies that has brand, then maybe there are more sponsors, more awareness, and maybe in more communities from different region or from the globe. We want everybody to be in. That's it. Yeah.
Right. You're not, unfortunately, a nominee in one of the categories. A lot of people tried to nominate you. Like certain people even nominated me.
You have to
but that's
fire me so that I can be nominated.
Yeah. Well, you're not. I can't technically fire you because you're a partner. We need to remove you, but I don't want to do that because you're really. I mean, first of all, guys, the inspiration came out of his venture, and I'm gonna come clean here. The 99 exhibition and the entirety of the event couldn't have been done without him. So I do appreciate you for that. So, who are you vouching for this year? I mean, and also, who do you want to nominate that missed out? Do you have a couple of names? Because we're gonna link the voting form down below.
Well, there's too many names. Well, for musician, I will vote for Vessy. Vessy, I think she did well as a musician. Not only that, being in the NFT space, you want to be, as a community leader, you need to support people, and then she does that from NFT 99 day one, 2.0. She does it, and this time around in the Superstar Award, she stepped out as a main moderator, and she did everything, and I think she's definitely the one in terms of musicians NFT award. I think she qualifies superly for that.
Absolutely, she's leading it at the moment on the NFT. Yeah, I had it yesterday, so she was fun to have, like always.
So for
Missed out
contender,
any name?
for contender, in terms of creativity, there's so many good projects, wonderful projects. IPC is one of them who has, a lot of content, a lot of storyline behind it, and I, as a creator, as a vocalist, and also a community leader, I think IPC himself stands for one important categories in terms of creativities as well. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. There's a competition between our suits, I can see there, but mine's better. Okay, let's go to the next person.
Mine's Korean.
Okay, mine's Italian, buddy. All right, let's go to the one and only Brooke Ganster. Now, before I go to her, I have to. I'm a great hype man, so if I may be her hype man, she's been an integral part of the TheCoinRepublic community since its beginning, but it goes far beyond that because she's not only part of Clubhouse, she's part of multiple projects. She's part of Crypto Voxels, she's part of Connect Club. She has a big community outside the NFT niche on Facebook, so she is a true influencer and a hustler, but she's not nominated in one of the categories. She did, however, nominate Land of NFTs. So without
Adams, I nominated Joe Adams for Land of NFTs because he is our voxel designer and he's amazing, and he's an amazing human being, and he deserves to win. But it's okay because Jagar and there's a lot of other people that there's people I have such reverence for in the space. I was so fortunate to be basically a participant of watching so many of these 3D voxel artists kind of get red pilled into crypto voxels. So no matter what, so big shout out to Joe Adams, and he is one of my partners with the Land of NFTs, but big shout out to Jagar Panchal, big shout out to Lex Luker, who didn't get nominated. He should have been on the ballot as well. And Earplug, because Earplug's amazing too. So big ups to all of them. They're amazing voxel artists. It's such a great time to be alive in crypto voxels. So, and Sarab, I love you. You're great. Thank you for the kind words. And BK,
I love you too. I know that you're gonna say one of the missing categories, perhaps the parcel ones, correct? Because somebody brought it up.
You know what? Yes, I think architecture architectural design should definitely be on the category next year. I think educators, like I think Rational AF, RAF, Chris Bitcoin is King, Scrummy, people like that, they should have had, like, there should be an educational one put on the ballot for sure, because those guys are beasts. They're always helping people. I think that like photography definitely needs to be on there, because you have like amazing artists like Victoria West that definitely should have been nominated. And there's a lot of other artists I could name for days, but there's some definitely categories that definitely need to be put on. But at the end of the day, Saurav, great job putting this together. This is, and BK, of course, you know, this is the first of the first. There's many to come. It'll just get, you know, it'll just get better and better. And you know, the most important part of Web3 is community. So here we are together, working together. And next year, we're going to have a bigger team of people working together to make sure that everything runs more efficiently and, you know, better. And we grow bigger and stronger every day together. Correct?
I do have a question to ask. It's around 9 a.m. over there, yet you have this beautiful glow on your face. You're hustling on multiple social media platforms. People want to know, what's the secret behind it?
Gratitude and appreciation. Most important. We should be so honored to be meeting everybody and coming together to be pioneers. Like, we are all pioneers together in this space. When history goes down, the story, which is utility, is going to be a group of people from all over the world coming together to make a better world. Because I believe that in Web3, that we can make a better world from the inside out. When I came into Web3, I just saw it. I have a spiritual practice on Facebook that I started. It came into Clubhouse to scale it, called Sacred Clowns. And it's waking people up to our potential and our divinity, and how we need to come together as humanity. And Web3 lets us do this. I mean, if we could all get together in Web3 and we can all get along, that's going to emulate to the outside world. So that is why I'm so bullish. But I live in appreciation and gratitude. I'm blessed beyond means, especially with my friends, my community. Big ups to DGensten, you know, big ups to people that I have become, you know, you're my family. You know, so it's a different, well, I feel different in this space. You guys are my family. So
without Web 3.0, we wouldn't have met. I mean, it's really a community-based, you know, endeavor. I think it's a phenomenon, as a matter of fact, I would say. So this is the beauty of it. And I'm glad that you're a part of this community as well. We're looking forward to having you on multiple podcasts. You've got 2 brands. Can you quickly talk about both of the brands, like Sacred Clowns and Land of NFTs, and if maybe more brands that you have?
Sure. I'm going to start with the Sacred Clowns first. 4 years ago, I really kind of was, I mean, I have a 25-year esoteric background. I've studied, like, some people like to study certain things. I like studying sacred texts and how we can become better as a humanity. Why are we here? And it's been this innate thing since I was a kid. I was like, what is the meaning of life? And I went on this crazy journey to figure it out. And then I kind of like found keys, you know, they call it the keys of wisdom, or, you know, there's wisdom out there. People just have to go find it. So I went on a search for wisdom, and I come across that cognitive dissonance is really such a thing that exists for so many people, as we're starting to wake up to having more empathy for each other, having more care, seeing that perhaps the media is implanting things into our brains, or, you know, people that the things that we were taught as a child, or the things that we were taught about through our friends, those words, those concepts might or might not be true. And then the more I kept picking it apart, seeing that, like, these things that we've been told are not true. And as we're waking up, we're saying, I know it's not true, but my family, friends, my community is going to be mad at me if I go against it. So I said, there needs to be that community built of these misfits that know that this world is not presented the way the truth is. So I just went bullish in and started, like, you know, I'm a meme queen, and you know, but memes have a lot of like, memes can do a lot, you know. Memes are implantation. So if you're constantly, you know, adding a little nuance of awakening to somebody, they're like, hey, and then over the past 4 years, I've really helped change a lot of people's lives with understanding, you know, and then been able to connect them to the knowledge, to the sacred texts, to the understandings, to other people, to communities that allow them to say, hey, wait a second. But the tagline was, wake up to cognitive dissonance and feel the love of understanding. When we know better, we do better. So you have to have people in this world that are ready to stand up to that. And I have no problem. So then that kind of curtailed into going to the clubhouse and then scaling that community. And then I found NFTs and Web3. And it was like, you know, the universe kind of was like, hey, Brooke, you know what? Congratulations for working so hard and not giving up when everybody's telling you you're crazy when you're going, you know, because this stuff isn't the easiest. It's people, you know, you can't, it's hard to understand certain aspects, especially when you've been indoctrinated your entire life, you know? So when I landed into Web3, okay, I was like, oh my God, it's another home. It's another place. And then that connection can even grow bigger and stronger. So it was very fortunate to run into the right people, as I myself, where we're all perpetual students. We're learning constantly. We're all new in Web3.
Exactly.
We're doing this together.
Exactly.
This isn't like, hello, I'm an expert. No, we're not. We're not experts at all. But you know what we could do is we can become a fortified community within like other communities. So, you know, I'm a big proponent of, you know, let's have a whole ecosystem, and then let's support all of your little ecosystems together. So if we have a big community on the outside, and then you have Metaverse Generation, you have Degen's Den, you have Land of NFTs, you have La Familia, because big ups to Meta Ruth. You know, you have all of these, and then we can all support each other. And now, do you know this translation that we're also showing? We're showing humanity. You know, you hear the talk about people coming in for the bag. Of course, resource is important, but we can create resource with integrity. We can create resource with kindness. We can create resource with support. And I'm going to be championing it, and I don't care. I might not be wild.
You kind of have been for the past. I've seen your work. It's you know, I'm unimaginable. You're, you know, juggling in between crypto voxels, now Connect Club and all of that. You're all bullish on that. I do have to you know, go to other people quickly. Yeah.
Sorry,
I want to say something from the bottom of my heart. You know, you were one of the pillars for the award in itself. And I know I had a talk with you before the award, and I said, you know, I'm nervous, and you sort of consolidated me some way. So thank you for that. It couldn't have been done without you, and I appreciate you in the TheCoinRepublic community. So let's move on to someone you mentioned clearly. It's Jason over here from Degen's Den. They're nominated in the category. So Jason, what's up?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jason, and just to be honest, I'm here to represent the Degen's Den as well as the crypto hodlers. They don't have anyone from the community here, so I put them in as well.
All right. So Jason, tell us about the brands that you have as concise as possible.
Sure. So I'll start with the Degen's Den. I know the two of the co-founders, Cam Armstrong, who goes by Cameron Armstrong, as well as Good Guy Crypto. I actually don't know his name, but he goes by the name of Good Guy Crypto on Clubhouse. They're two really good people. I met them through a club that we had called Crypto CE. It was to help people in general learn about the basis of cryptocurrency, and that's how we met. And then they started to make their project called the Degen's Den. I like the art. It's 333 hyenas is their genus collection. They're going to be dropping the honey badgers, and so that's why I chose them, because I actually know the co-founders there. And then to speak on the crypto hodlers, I think it's one of the best, honestly, generative projects around. It has a lot of utility. People don't talk about it or realize what they're actually doing. They have a 10,000 collection. They have where you can take two hodlers and mint a toddler, which I think is pretty cool. They have that function. They also have where each hodler has ETH inside it. So for every transaction, part of that transaction goes back to each NFT. and you can actually claim the ETH out of that. I thought that's actually cool as well. They also have a what is it? They have a like a employee of the quarter kind of game where you vote which piece of art looks the best to you among the NFTs, and it's up to like 5,000 votes. There's like a 100, then a 500, then a 2,500, then a 500 point, and you get like a NFT badge for each one. And then if you make the 5,000, you're in a pool to win additional hodler or ETH. So I think that was pretty cool utility as well. Also, which is really cool about them is that for every NFT, like, you know, we have hashtag number 554, you can actually name these NFTs like Jason or whatever the case may be, and it's on the blockchain. They got that with Hashmash, but I'll stop there because I know I'm getting long-winded.
No, but I want to ask: are both of them nominated in the? I know DJ's Den is. They're actually doing pretty well on the poll at the moment. Are the hodlers, the crypto hodlers, they're
hodlers? Yes, they're on the best generative NFT project as well.
Oh, okay,
and they're doing pretty good. They I think they're like number 2. It's 2 or 3 in the running.
Oh yeah. I have to look at that. I mean, recently we made a change on the voting form. By the way, guys, for those people, we're gonna go down there, and if you decide to vote, you're gonna have a new OTP function. So you're gonna get an OTP either on the spam folder of the email or like the updates folder. So have a look at the OTP. It's a little complicated, but we're getting a lot of spams in the first phase, and we need to manually remove all the spam. So to make the process a little easier, you know, just do that extra step. It's worth it if you're vouching for someone that you believe in. Maybe you're going to explore something new. So, Jason, I want to quickly ask you about the experience you had in the 50-hour-long room, right? So, what did you observe?
When I was in that room, I observed a lot of people be able to come and talk about their projects, not being shunned upon, because a lot of times in these clubhouse rooms, when we go inside and we just generally want to let people know about our project, we get bashed and talk about we're just trying to shill and, you know, just try to make a negative stigma to people just trying to generally inform people, or there may be people trying to sell things. But in your room, people were generally able to come in, talk about their project, get ideas about their project, and take away, you know, credible information from your room to take back to deal with their collection or others' collection. So that's what I've noticed. And I've also noticed a humanity side, as Brooke was kind of talking about, where, you know, people are generally trying to help people in there and not just trying to, you know, do something for a quick buck. But I'll stop there.
Well, you know, but we could do something better, I suppose. Do you have a couple of pointers for us for next year? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, excuse me. I guess that's a really good question. I don't know. You know, that's a really good question. I've seen people come and talk about, you know, more categories and things of that nature to be voted upon. I guess I agree with that. Yeah, but to give you a generous answer, I'd have to think on that because I really don't know at the moment.
You know, fair enough. And I wish you all the best for both your project, DJ's Den and Crypto Hodlers. You know, if your community is watching this, guys, all the best to you guys. I know you're doing pretty well, both y'all, both your communities, right? All of them. Vote for yourself. Be supportive for others, because on other categories you have other people as well. So, Jason, all the best. Let's move to WaterGirl. She's a newcomer, but she has been an integral part of the 50-hour room itself. So welcome to the show, WaterGirl.
Hey, thank you for having me.
What I mean, I'm a little confused. I didn't see the name written over here. What's your real name again?
Natalie.
There you go, Natalie. So Natalie, tell us about the brand that you're vouching for this year.
So, well, I'm a part of Mi Familia, which is the effing guy. I don't really curse, but it's the effing guy.
Okay.
And so
Right.
I'm really excited about the project. We're a family. It's a new project. We're coming together to work together, form beautiful connections with others. And I'm just excited about that. And then being a fairly newcomer in the space, because I'm working on a project for myself and really excited about that. But the biggest part about everything for me is, you know, I'm connected with Brooke. I love Brooke. I love the energy that she brings to every single room. And so those 50 hours for me, I was able to actually talk about what I'm trying to do, and my very first time talking about my project and feeling comfortable and okay with sharing about my project and what I was doing and how I want to come and be a part of the community and how I want to give back. And so I know that these awards were just inspirational to people, not just because we were able to nominate others, but we were so encouraged to nominate ourselves, which was amazing. And so um, that's the part for me. I'm just excited about that, and I'm an educator, and so from that side of it, you know, I'm working to educate my community about this space, us being in the
So
NFT
you're working
space
on
and
adoption.
artists.
You're adopting new people in. Now there are a lot
Yes,
of people.
definitely.
I regret not putting that category this year. You know, we definitely going to look into it next year and have the adopters. You know, we have Yinka, we have, you know, of
Yes,
course, Rational SF. These from the Bitcoin is King. These guys are
yes.
pretty beautiful. You know, Terry is also a great adopter. So yeah, I mean, it's I appreciate you all. I mean, I love. I'm definitely taking notes of what you guys are doing as a journalist as well. I'm trying to analyze how you're doing it on a daily basis. So yeah, definitely, we're gonna make it next year. But what was your overall experience of the 50-hour long room?
The 50-hour room was amazing. Every chance I was able to be in the room, I showed up and I was there. But I do believe that the biggest takeaway that I had from the room was the feeling of family and the
Mhm.
feeling that you were accepted no matter where you were in this process. And
Right.
I guess for me, it really hit home because of the fact that I didn't feel like, you know, I'm brand new and I can't talk. And like I said, I was able to, for the very first time, I spoke about my project for the very
Mhm.
first time in that room. And the love that I got from the room was amazing. And I that's the biggest take that I got from it. The love that I got from the room and the feeling of being accepted where I was
Right.
and where I am in the whole process for me too.
You know, we sort of, I think the last time someone said this on the podcast, I think it was Meta Ruth who said, you know, whenever not only the 50-hour room, whenever someone comes up to the NFT like the Coin Republic rooms, they get a green bean no matter what, right? Because we trust them. Because except for somebody who's just absolutely new, and, you know, we don't know them. Except for them, everybody gets a green bean because there's some sort of trust established there. We know that you're going to do justice not only with your time as well as, you know, with other people. We don't believe in negativity. There is a lot of negativity around. I mean, there are a lot of there are a lot of controversial rooms and clubhouse within and outside the crypto community. But what we're trying to do here is to enhance the competitive nature in a positive way. That's why we had the award. A lot of people are going to say that this is centralized. It's not. We don't have any say. I don't have any say on this. So the way that we are mitigating it is a lot of people. Again, the voting form is down there. So people who are, winning the voting round on the top 3 or top 5, we're going to combine that score with the jury round. We got 4 independent juries who don't know you, none of y'all, so they don't have a clue. They have a look at the first impression. They give you a score, and if on the basis of commonality, we choose you. So it's not random, but it's a balanced way of choosing people. So I hope that clears the doubts whether it's centralized or okay. So I wish you all the best for Mi Familia. I know they are nominated and they're doing pretty well on the poll itself. Any parting word you want to say? Because we are about to close this part.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be on stage with everyone. I love this. I love your podcast. I think this is awesome, and I just appreciate the opportunity. So next year, I hope to maybe be in a category. That would be cool.
All right, guys, quickly, can we all unmute and say Coin Republic one time for the readers so that they can push it on Instagram?
Okay.
Unmute.
I love you all. I love each and every one of
Okay,
you.
CoinRepublic.
Let's
Coin
go.
Republic.
3, 2, 1. The
Coin
Coin
Republic.
Republic.
We love you,
There
sir.
you go.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you're my
love you.
friend.
I love you too.
Carrie.
All
My
right.
Love you,
kids, my
Brooke,
Natalie, love you all,
Natalie.
y'all.
Thank you, Sharad.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you.
Did you like the video? Make sure that you click on the like button and click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you share the video. And remember, the NFT Superstars Award is on the horizon. So if you have someone favorite, click on vote and make sure that you support the community. Our clubhouse is growing like nothing else. It's a positive community. The link to join the clubhouse, the Coin Republic Crypto, is down below. Make sure you're part of the community and spread the positivity. Okay. Boom. One. And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the part 4. We had the 3 parts before this. It was interesting. All the volunteers who helped us through the 50-hour-long room for the NFT Superstars Award nomination round. You can see about 140 people nominated themselves all across 10 categories. And some of them are actually nominated here. And one category is actually named and inspired by one particular person who I'm about to have on the screen. So without a further ado, it is my honor to have on the screen King Leo the God, the multidisciplinary artist, and he's a part of the Influence Meet reality show. We have Micah Ray, who is a journalist, an award-winning journalist. He was nominated for the best NFT coverage at NFT NYC 2021. He is we based the best NFT journalist category being inspired by his work. So this year, this category will be known as Micah Ray Best NFT Journalist, NFT Superstars Award 2022. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person is Marc Lee. He is part of the Funky Eye Puppets 2.0. They're also nominated in all across the categories. And here's a cultural artist from North Carolina. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with skidrowcrypto over here. Micah, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the Coin Republic. It's been quite a while. I have been a fan of your work. I've read your articles. I've listened to you on Clubhouse. Tell me about your journalistic experience. Tell me about the skidrowcrypto.
Well, firstly, with all transparency, my username or moniker, skidrowcrypto, is really kind of a testament to my life journey, being chronically homeless, born an orphan, had a pretty tough life. Probably took me 20 years to get over the first 20 years. And to sum that up really quickly, skidrowcrypto it's sort of, it represents the journey one can take on the blockchain to generational wealth, economic stability, financial freedom, and all of the promise that the blockchain offers. So I took the name to kind of be a constant reminder to people of what kind of change, the blockchain could be for people. And I'm a crypto journalist, essentially writing about blockchain culture, decentralized finance, NFT art, and all of the thought leaders, innovators, and creators that are breaking ground in this space. And I'm really happy to be doing that. I've been doing it for about a year now.
There's an interesting story. We tried to open up the nominations to everyone. So before this, the original idea was people would nominate themselves. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't want to do that. So we opened it up to other people, and somehow you were out of the best journalist category, which I regretted because I actually was inspired by you to have this category on. Then I renamed the category after you to play, to give you an homage, because you are a true influencer within Clubhouse as well. You've been quite vocal talking about it, not only covering it. Can you tell me about the social audio aspect of your coverage?
Yeah, I started doing it early last year, where I decided to use Clubhouse as an audio app to basically conduct my interviews live. And in a way, what it did was it helped an audience kind of gather around a story. There was a bit of pre-promotion for an article that would later come out. But then I could get feedback and questions from the community as well as from my own preparation. And it became kind of a community thing where people would then look for the article afterwards. So it's been an awesome journey. I don't do it as much anymore, simply because when you're talking to people all over the world, some of them don't have Clubhouse. It's kind of been a thing where my profiles may be elevated over time, and you get CEOs, et cetera, that don't necessarily want to conduct an interview that way. I tend to ask hard questions sometimes. So I've kind of gone away from it now, but it was really something that probably put me on the map there in the beginning and got me nominated. I did a couple of investigative journalism projects that did some revealing about rug pulls, and it really brought a lot of attention to the work that I was doing. I'm really happy for that.
I mean, you were part of one of the biggest awards this year, I think, NFT NYC, one of the biggest NFT events. You were nominated for Best NFT Coverage. You have seen the 50-hour room, right? So what was your experience like? What did you observe? If you were to cover it, in other words, what would you write about it?
I think a group of passionate people came together, and they were committed to getting the word out about celebrating people in the community that have made real major strides and breakthroughs and achieved milestones and set, in many ways, like precedent for all of us, raised the bar on quality, inspired and motivated us. That 50 hours, wow, it can be really exhausting. Anybody that's run rooms knows what just a couple of 3 hours could do. So sitting there and, popping back in and seeing the same group tirelessly do it, it really shows commitment and the passion for what they wanted to do, which was, bring light to all of the nominees, which I think the whole community could use an annual kind of pause to look back, see what's been done and accomplished, and give people their flowers.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to make people, mostly NFT journalists, to come to Clubhouse. And if they're already on Clubhouse, somehow we need to be connected, because we want to make it inclusive. We want more coverage on this, specifically in the social audio phenomena, because there are a lot of people pouring their heart out. I just want to. I want to know if there are some people you're vouching for this year, because you saw the nominations. There's a vast array of talent all across 10 categories. So do you have any favorites this year?
Being a journalist in the space, everybody's like your favorite. And I want to acknowledge, Mark here and King Leo and yourself, people just doing really great, amazing work. But I did decide to kind of look at a few categories that I felt had something in it that caught my eye. So one of them being Best NFT Wearables. Jigar Panchal, if I'm saying his name right, is becoming known as the Versace of metaverse wear. And it was discussed yesterday. He was in a big room. I've been following him for a long time. Big support of him. Also, Best NFT Influencer. I've got to go with Kane Mayfield, who is someone who's literally a grassroots organizer, blockchain gospel, neighborhood jewelry, and literally released an NFT collection of music on multiple platforms. And I believe his ETH auctions, he sold 20 NFTs at 0.2 each. This is somebody with no marketing, just basically a community relationship that made that happen. And then lastly, Blockchain Gospel as what I believe is Best NFT Community. It is super influential. Everyone feels like they need to pass through. It's very fun. Oftentimes it's contentious. There's real talk happening. And at the same time, people are learning. And I believe that community is definitely noteworthy and worthy of it.
I'm interested. With Kane in particular, I have been in his rooms before. He's definitely one of the most humble creators out there. He's very dynamic, very good, great personality. He's not only nominated for the best NFT influencer, I believe he's also nominated for best NFT creator. So he's doing decent in the polls. I really want him to shine through the polls. We have the jury round going on, and there are certain people, I don't know, I can't confirm at the moment, but maybe these people are definitely titans. Without further ado, I do want to ask you if you had any other pointers for us you want us to develop next year.
I was blown away by the 50 hours, and it was very tireless work. And yet and still, there are people saying, I didn't know about it. I didn't get a chance to nominate. I think that NFT NYC did a similar, quite narrow window, and I'm wondering if we should extend this out to maybe a week. Like next year, I would maybe write an article leading up to the nominations just to bring a lot of attention, because I think the more people vote, the more credible the awards will be. And I think the time of year will be really important too, because there was a lot going on. You guys got a lot of attention, but I believe there was a conference or two happening as well during the time that you were recruiting noms. So I think it's just a delicate maneuvering of when it's opened up and how long the window is open. So the community feels like, okay, more than enough time. I heard about it 10 times, but it's funny because you'll never please everybody in that regard. That 50 hours, sure. You guys deserve a lot of credit for that.
Thank you very much. I mean, this year, the best NFT journalist category have only 2 nominees, but the winner would be known as the Micah Ray best NFT journalist 2022, and it will be minted as an NFT, so it will be written over there. So thank you, Micah, for the support, and we're looking forward to collab. As a matter of fact, we're coming up with the TheCoinRepublic magazine, ladies and gentlemen, and the first ever issue of the TheCoinRepublic magazine will have all the 10 winners of the NFT Superstars Award in the cover. So this will be minted as an NFT, and it's going to be a limited editions, will be minted as an NFT. People could actually own the issue as well, but the free version will be available on our website to our 700K monthly viewerships, active users. So that's great. I mean, looking forward to work with you. Maybe a couple of editorials on the magazine itself. That would be great.
Yes,
all right.
Sir. Thank you.
All right, let's move to the very flamboyant King Leo the God. I know it's like Breakfast Club over here, Charlemagne the God and all of that. You're like trying to be Kanye over here. I'm trying to be, dude. You're doing an influence meet reality show. What's that about? Like Jersey Shore or something like that?
Keep in mind, bro, I was actually supporting some other influencers at first, and I just kind of got nominated. I don't even know who nominated me for the influence meet. So it's like the Jersey Shore meets the real world for influencers. So it seems pretty fucking dope. I'm stoked about it. I'm in 2nd place right now. I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully I win. Go vote, Sharaf. Hopefully you voted for me on the NFT Superstars too, bro.
Yeah, well, I have voted. Okay. I have voted for you in one category, but there is also, but the question is this. All right, you have been on multiple categories. You've been one of the persons that I actually met a couple of days ago, the award on Connect Club, and then you came over and you saw it happen from the grassroots level. What did you observe? You were one of the people who slept through the room. I remember you slept.
So keep in mind that was more than a couple of days ago, Sharaf. That was like a couple of months ago now we met. But no, the experience was pretty fucking gnarly for me. I did kind of cruise my way through a lot at a high altitude, and but it was phenomenal. It was really like being a part of an old school telethon. I felt like. So it was just dope as fuck, bro. I commend you for the concept, the idea, the tenacity, and the drive to keep the energy alive for that long. So yeah, that's what I think. It's hard being a moderator. It's hard speaking for 3 hours or 3 minutes. So how long is my interview with you, actually? No, I'm just I'm just kidding, bro.
Okay, we can do next 50 hours. We can book every day. I don't care.
You
Okay.
know, it got to be 300.
Are you gonna sleep on this podcast as well?
I don't know. Maybe not. I've been drinking coffee, so maybe not.
It's morning out there. You look like a morning person. What's up with the wardrobe?
So keep in mind, have you ever seen The Nanny? The show The Nanny from the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, Mr. Sheffield, Max Sheffield, gets up every day. He works at home. His office is in the crib, but he's fly as fuck every day. And I try to get the same way. Even though I'm working from home, I still like to look good. I got to feel good about myself too at some point. So yeah, I rolled out of bed like this, bro. I actually fell asleep in this. So
what's the secret behind the name The God? Why you call yourself The God, man?
Well, I think we're all gods and goddesses. We're all creators. We all have so much divinity within us, and being in a metaverse space has really just kind of highlighted that and amplified it in a lot of really cool, dope ways. So yeah, I'm just the ultimate creator. You tell me why you think I'm a god. Can I ask you a question? Why did you agree to call me that? Because you could just
because you blessed us for the award.
But no.
Thank you for blessing us for the award, God. Okay, I don't know. Okay, King Leo the God. What's next? Okay.
I know.
The Satan. Who's the Satan? Okay. All
The
right.
mega
Maybe we
gods.
have. Okay. The demigods and all. But you know, you're one of the influencers I've observed. You've been on multiple platforms. Connect Club. You're hustling there. You're a hustler. You're on Clubhouse, Connect Club, multiple platforms.
My brother, Ruth, Zitpedo. Go ahead.
But you're who are you watching for in this award? Do you have any favorites?
Honestly, bro, all my favorites are, I think, the community's favorites. I'm really rooting for the community. I'm rooting for the NFT Superstar Awards, period. It's pretty much to me, like Vessy said, I'm just so blessed and honored to have a seat at this table right now and say I'm an NFT Superstar Award nominee. It's in my profiles and all my bios, bro. I'm blessed like that. So I'm rooting for everybody in this space, but I love Vessy. I think I love MetaRuth. I love Stack Pack. I love Kane as well. I love the Funky Eye Puppets. I love Joe Nix. I love Plug World. I love every fucking body. I love myself. I mean, so I'm rooting for the NFT Superstar Awards, period, bro. I'm rooting for you. I love you, bro. So yeah.
I love you too, man. Hey, do you think we could do better next year? Would you want us to upgrade next year?
Well, next year, maybe you can make me an official ambassador if I put in enough work. That would be a nice upgrade for the both of us.
Okay. How much? Okay, I'll give you this Rolex. Would you do it for this?
Yeah, bro. I would do it for free for you, bro. I'm doing it for the love for you, bro. But no, yeah. I wouldn't change a thing, Sharab. I would keep doing it organically.
I can definitely see you in one of the covers of the magazine. I mean, this is again, it was moi came up with this, right?
Well, bro,
with the idea.
Look right here. I have covers of magazines right here.
Hold on. Okay.
These are actually the utility for the NFTs as well. These are full magazines.
Okay, so there you go. You're gonna be in
another one. Got you.
Beautiful one. All right. So okay, we're gonna try to make it better every year. And the magazine in itself, it's gonna have a monthly issue. So we're gonna try to give more coverage, a different section for metaverse and NFTs, so that organic creators has a space to speak with big brands. So we're gonna try to make sure we do that. It's going to be minted. So if you want to own the issue officially, go ahead and do that. Go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the next person, Marc Lee. He's part of Funky Eye Puppets. That's the IPC team. He's a cultural artist and a journalist. So it is my honor to welcome to the screen Marc Lee. Welcome, Marc.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here with you, King Leo, the journalist, and a bunch of other folks. You know, definitely King Leo, the God. He's doing amazing work, and all along those lines. And of course, I've been glad to be part of the Funky Eye Puppets. Actually, ironically, I had met IPC many years ago because I'm actually at a African American Cultural Arts Center here in Durham, and you know, he is a world champion, haiku champion, as a matter of fact, undefeated, as from my understanding. And he actually performed at this Cultural Arts Center that I'm actually coming at y'all from now, the Hayti Heritage Center, and all of that right here in Durham, North Carolina. He reminded me of that. And I meet so many people I had totally forgot about it, but he's like, I like your voice. I like what you're about. So let's go ahead and make you a part of the Funky Eye Puppets. And I was going like, I've never done, well, I can't say never, but I've done very little voiceover work, but he pulled me in and I was glad to be part of that, and definitely glad to see all the amazing things y'all are doing in the metaverse and with the NFTs and everything else along those lines. So it's truly great being in this space with you. You are truly a great individual. I've also seen King Leo around the spots as well, and he's doing some great work. I got to find a way to get him down to Durham, North Carolina, and all of that. So we got to find a way to get him down here.
All right, he's the favorite. We get it. All right, we get it. It's my podcast, guys. My podcast. All right, listen, Mark. People are calling Funky Eye Puppets the metaverse version of Muppets. Can you explain about the project a little bit?
Oh, sure. We've got people. IPC has put together an amazing team of folks, and he's definitely creating a whole another universe that we are talking about on a regular. And part of that is we want people to do music and art together. And supporting unity. That's where that whole Matsu comes around and all of that. So he's got these mantras that are part of what it is about. I myself have oftentimes said that we are in the middle of a new cultural renaissance, and I just feel that IPC is at the forefront of that. I also feel that you are at the forefront of that as well. So we're seeing that a lot of people are definitely having things that are shifting what we're having. The pandemic, as I know folks have alluded to, have definitely made some of that happen in our society. But I've just really been impressed with what IPC has done, because he's found tremendous talent from around the country and around the world. Because I know we've got some folks from Scotland, we've got some folks from London, we've got some folks from the different other parts of the world, including some of the other continents. And of course, we've got them from throughout the United States. I'm here in Durham, North Carolina. IPC, the founder, is over there in California. We've got people in Texas. We've got Vessy up there in the Chicago area. So we've got people that are scattered around, and we are there creating these amazing stories and bringing IPC's work to life. Because if you know IPC, you know he is a truly amazing poet and definitely a truly amazing individual. So a lot of these stories are going to, in my mind, reshape our education system and definitely shake up a lot of the ways that we teach kids and bring a lot of awareness to a lot of issues that are out there. So that's what I've got to say about this amazing project that we have taking place.
No, you guys are amazing, beyond a doubt. I mean, you guys put on magic every time I hear you guys out on Clubhouse. So guys, if you're on Clubhouse, first be a part of the TheCoinRepublic Crypto, and then go ahead and check out IPC and team of the Funky Eye Puppets. All right, the link is in the description, the TheCoinRepublic Crypto. There, okay, you can search them there on Clubhouse. Okay, I would ask Mark, you observed the 50-hour room.
I did.
Okay. What did you see special about the room, and do you think it could have been better? You know,
but one of the things I saw in the room was a lot of diverse talent. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of the talent that you've had, and have even had them on a streaming platform that I am part of, because I'm part of a streaming television network, International Broadcast Media. So I've definitely been reaching out into Clubhouse and other spaces, and have had some on, and hope to have some others on in the near future. But one of the things that I saw that y'all were really doing was really bringing a lot of people to the forefront that weren't getting that attention. I mean, not everybody can be like King Leo, the God, and already be out there and all of that, but he's definitely getting out there even more because of what was happening in what y'all were doing. And I just thoroughly enjoyed the space, enjoyed being in there and all of that. Now, there are some others. You ask what we can do to improve. There's some other spaces that are out there that we need to reach out into, and all along those lines. As a matter of fact, on this day, and it's actually getting ready to wind down, a good friend of mine is doing his Black Business Olympics, and he actually had a gentleman on earlier that did a thing called the multiverse, and he was talking about it from his standpoint, Christian Lafayette. So maybe we need to reach out to Christian Lafayette and the inventors of Trousseau to see if we can't get them involved as well, because there's so many people that are doing metaverse things that we unfortunately have not tapped into as of yet. So definitely that is what I'm seeing, and I think that we need to reach out to people that have not been in that space as of yet. I know that some people know Nicole. She's very active in the clubhouse, and she's got Blackverse, and we definitely got to get her more engaged as well. And I know that people know Russell with Mad Bob, who also Vessy knows as well. So we got to make sure these people are starting to get more involved in what is happening.
Well, big shout out to all of them. Of course, unfortunately, we tried to, onboard a lot of people this year. As Micah said eloquently, that there were a lot of things going on at the time. So maybe we missed out on that opportunity. We're going to try to, onboard a lot of people next year. So just stay in touch, everyone. Who are you vouching for, Mark?
Well, I got to vouch for my whole crew. I got to vouch for all the Funky Eye Puppets. That would not be, you got to do that. But I've also got to vouch, and, King Leo did it earlier and everything. But I am a big fan of Miss Vessy as well. Miss Vessy is truly amazing, and I know she's up for an award, so I've got to vouch for her as well. And, I'm just a fan of a lot of the people that are there. Miss Ruth is a great person that I love giving attention to and all of that. So she's a truly amazing person. And I'll even give a shout out to the Sacred Clown as well, because actually she's not that far from me. She's over there in South Carolina. So definitely I've got to give her a shout out also. So those are some folks that I would definitely vouch for in that sense.
Splendid. Thank you, Mark, for that. So this has been the end of part 4. See you on the other side. It's been an honor. Guys, if we could all unmic. This part has been starring King Leo, because everybody's just talking about it. Okay. Okay. Remind me to monetize this, guys.
And
scene, King Leo, and scene, King Leo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these beautiful guys over here. Micah Rage, celebrated journalist, King Leo the God, influencer, Marc Lee, cultural artist. Send love.
Thank you.
Send love to everyone.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you. If you weren't careful, you might have heard some drumming.
Hey.
If you like the video, make sure you click on the subscribe button and share the video. Make sure that you follow each and one of them on the Clubhouse. We're on Clubhouse, TheCoinRepublic Crypto. Become a part of the phenomenon. See you on the other side. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Coin Republic Part 5 of NFT Superstars Award celebration. We've had 4 podcasts thus far, hosting 4 people each, 4 people, 3 people. We had a blast. The goal was to celebrate all the beautiful talent who helped us hold the 50-hour room together. And not only that, there were interesting ideas being exchanged. It was a beautiful environment. Everybody talked about each other's venture. And little did we know, we came across ideas that were not only changing the metaverse, but changing the way that we approach social media. We also met an influencer who has had his impact throughout niches for about years now. We interviewed one of them before, and today we're going to have an exclusive meetup with both of them right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome from Connect Club, Sean Alimov and Stack Pack, the one and only Stack Pack. You already saw his interview a couple of days ago. So welcome them to the screen. Welcome, guys.
Hey. Oh.
How are you guys?
We're very good, Saraf. Hello, Stack. How's it going?
Doing good, doing good.
We have to start with the way that Connect Club started, right? Back in 2017, you started envisioning Connect Club. You started developing this platform, and then you launched it finally mid-December this year, 2021, if I'm correct, Sean.
That's correct. Yes.
Can you tell our viewers what Connect Club is all about.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me, Saraf. Excited to be here. So yeah, our story started 5 years ago. The idea was to revolutionize how people interact with content and their communities in the internet. So we are a quite unique video and audio social networking platform, which is currently almost exclusively dedicated to the global leaders, proponents, brand owners, artists, collectors, innovators, investors, enthusiasts, your bored apes, your crypto punks, who are actively engaged in crypto use cases such as metaverse, NFT, and DeFi. We created a gamified platform for immersive networking, content sharing, and community interaction.
One of the things people started noticing, its resemblance with Clubhouse. A lot of people, because it's a social audio application, but at the same time you have features that makes it different. What are those features?
I think the similarities would be with the Clubhouse is during the onboarding process. I can see where the similarities are, but the moment you join the platform, you realize that it's nothing like it. First and foremost, we incorporate different style of interactions. If you want something more of a commercial nature, something like fireside discussion or a talk show discussion, we've got one interface. If you want more of a social networking discussions like, NFT draw parties, album launches, we've got a villa for that. It's got a pool, it's got a bar, it's got a video feature screen there. For people that into music, we actually created a stage which got 4 layers. Where people can either listen, they can be in the audience, a bit like in the theater, talking to one another while somebody on the stage presenting or playing the music. And there is a quiet zone where they can go and have a networking, discuss, maybe have a quick chat without being disturbed with the noise in the background, and then come back. So essentially for people that running the rooms, their audience never have to be distracted. They never have to use, this messaging features like back channels to interact to one another. They can speak directly. So
they have to speak.
They
speaking,
will be able to speak. They don't need to exercise the muscles on their fingers and type to one another. They can speak directly without ever disturbing the flow of the
That's a good way of marketing it. But you do realize that a lot of people because you're breaking in a pattern here. People usually, when they're using Twitter Spaces or they use back channel. So I do want to see what are the patterns that you're breaking here. Like back channel is an example. A lot of people might call it challenges for you. So what are the challenges and what are the patterns that you're breaking?
I would say 90% of the people that are using the back channel feature or the chat feature, which has been recently introduced, is for communicating to one another. Maybe they don't have privileges of or abilities to speak in that particular room. So if they want to talk to one another or exchange information or even just to say hello, they have to use the back channel feature. On our platform, you don't need to do that. You could simply go in a different corner of the villa, for example, and have that private conversation. But you never have to leave the room or be distracted. Once you've had your, said your hellos or had that chat that you wanted to exchange with your peers, with your friends, you can always come back to the main conversation. And the speakers or the people that engage in a discussion, they're never disturbed. That they don't even know that this actually happened.
Now, I think right now it's invite only, like Clubhouse was in the early days. Is it going to change, or is it going to be just another invite only, like an exclusive club?
I can't speak for the future ahead of us, but as it stands, our preference is to keep it invite only. There are 2 ways to get onto the platform. We are on the App Store, so you can find it. So technically, internally, we could approve it if you want to just download the app. But that's kind of a nitty-gritty of the internal activities.
In general, there are only two ways to get on the platform. You can either send the private invites to the people in your phone book, in your address book. You need to know the cell numbers. Or you could share a link to a club that's already been set up on our platform. So it's a VIP invite link that will direct people to the to become members of that specific club.
And how do you create a club? I think you cannot create a club right away. You can only go there as an individual. So there is a process of creating a like what do you call that? Page, club? What do you call that? Like you created something for us, the TheCoinRepublic.
I've lost the.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 3.
Sorry, I've lost the.
I think you should. Hello, mic check 1 2 3.
Maybe I'll come out and come back. Sorry.
Absolutely. In the meantime, we could go to Stack Pack, the one and only Stack Pack superstar in many senses, currently leading his way on the best NFT influencer category. Stack, welcome back, man. Boy, oh boy. No, you have to unmute, buddy. There you go.
What's up, bro?
Stack Pack always arrives in style. You cannot beat that. Stack, you have been also a user of Connect Club, correct? Because I saw you there as well. What difference do you see in different social media platforms? Because you are literally, you are the internet traffic guy. You know this stuff.
I think Connect Club is great. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it reminds me of Clubhouse. So that's why it's kind of like, it's home. It's like a second home. I just feel like I can't wait for it to, you know, unrelease more. Come out more, you know what I mean? More developments, updates.
Right. You're starting the day with the bottle, Bel Air.
Yeah, bro. I gotta hop on the call. I gotta design this bottle NFT for them. This one.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with that? Because I thought that you partner with these guys, and then you're designing stuff. When is the next mint?
So I gotta make a design this week for them, for Sovereign Brands. It should be done this week.
All right.
Self-made.
I see that. Self-made. You made that? As in, you made that?
It's the company. This the company, bro.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
you are a self-made star, buddy. You are a self-made star. You deserve it. One of the things that I really do love about your podcast we did last couple of days ago, it was a lot of people did really reciprocate that love. You have that influence. So Stack, you have seen the NFT Superstars Award. You have been a part of one of the 10 categories. So I just want to know, what was the difference? Like after you nominated, your name was there in the ballot. People are actually loving you. People are voting for you. How did you see the 50-hour room? You were there.
It was crazy. It was like it stayed open for so long. You know what I mean? And it gave people a chance to, you know, like vote and put their ballots in. So it was pretty cool. I like the way the room stayed open. You guys kept it open for the public.
You're leading right now the best NFT influencer category. You do deserve to win, but I want to know if there is a strategy involved in this, because after if you do win, you know, what's the next big step? What's the next step for Stack Pack?
The next step for me is probably, what am I doing? Movies.
Yes, you actually, you said that on the last interview. You're going to Los Angeles or something.
Yeah, I already was there. Like I'm there really frequently, back and forth for work, and modeling and stuff, and social media campaigns for companies. But the next time I go back, I'll be doing films.
Right. A couple of posters we saw on your Instagram. People loved it with the Coin Republic logo up top, and you were there, you know, styling, vibing, just like the days. So, what was the overall, like? How did people receive it?
It was pretty great. The response was great. I like the way they like the crypto and the NFT people were you know, gravitating towards you know, the platform, Coin Republic. So I'm just satisfied. I'm happy. I can't wait to do more work.
Stack, there is a lot of things going on in Clubhouse nowadays. A lot of people using political tactics and all of that. We have been exposed through a little bit of negativity here and there. You being an observer of these stuffs, I just want to understand if you do have some pointers for us to be better, because we do want to be better.
You guys are doing great. Just keep consistently grinding. Always, you know, have these little podcasts where we can come on and discuss stuff. And just keep it rolling, man. Keep out the good content. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I see Sean not popping in. He popped in and popped out. But in the meantime, I would just want to say this is the end of the part 5. Oh, he's back. Thank God. I was about to end it. Sean, are you there?
Yes. Hello there. Sorry.
Yes, I was
Something
about
wrong
to
with
just
my internet. Had to
correct
quickly reboot it.
So just Stack just confessed that he actually does love Connect Club, and I saw him taking a meeting with you guys. It's amazing. I mean, and he is an influencer. He has a lot of influence. So when you onboard people like him, what are you looking for?
No, the first thing I'm looking for is the feedback. I really want people like Stackpack, who is really respected in the community, to give me his view on what we have created. There are a lot of people looking up to Stackpack. They're following his style, following everything that he does. So the platform has been essentially designed for people like him that can give a different experience, immersive experience to his community. I'm sure there is a lot of people that following Stackpack maybe getting a little bit tired of the, you know, one interface sort of audio platforms, and he's got a fantastic product he's promoting as well. Why not give him an opportunity to have these video features that we've got right now?
Exactly,
because
he does thrive in videos. Nice and easy.
He's got a fantastic style. He's got amazing products. He knows he gives a lot of value to the community. That's what people need to understand. He provides practical advice that people can implement, and he reaches to the audiences like no other. We need to take hats off to everything that he does. He works hard,
right? Okay,
and people appreciate it. I don't think all those follows that he generated were done overnight.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I've been hustling for a while, bro. I've been doing a lot. I do a lot of press releases too. Like I was telling you, I know you guys do, the TheCoinRepublic do press releases, but I do, you know, I get people pressed on stuff like Forbes and stuff, and Entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So I do other press releases too. And then Internet Traffic Mag, my outlet will be back, my media outlet. So I'll be doing, you know, stories on you guys too on my media outlet. So I'll be covering, like, you know, Connect Club and articles and blogs, and we cover the Coin Republic too. So I got my media outlet actually launching again. It's coming soon. So it's called Internet Traffic Mag. You know how I got Internet Traffic LLC? I have Internet Traffic Mag too. So it'll be an online digital media outlet. I already had it last year, but the host went down. Now I'm rebooting it again for the industry this year. So I'll be able to do my own write-ups and directly do stuff for people that want to talk about their story and journey on my website.
Right.
And it's interesting how Stack just mentioned he's been hustling for a while. A lot of people think, you know, this can be easily done. Never happens like that. And I've said to many people on our platform, they think they're going to become an early adopters just by setting up a club. They don't realize how much work actually goes into it. You know, they probably see the luxury side of Stackpack, you know, walking on a sort of a runway surrounded by all these beautiful models, etc.
All the bling. All the bling.
Yeah, but they obviously don't recognize that this guy probably had a lot of sleepless nights, you know, like a
Yeah,
lot of
bro.
trial and error,
I remember. Yeah, Sean. I didn't think times had changed.
haters and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
didn't
you
think I
got a
was
lot.
gonna. I didn't believe in I believed in myself, bro. But it was times where I didn't know if I was gonna get to where I would need to go. You know what I mean? Everybody got those moments where you don't know if you're gonna get where you need
We
to
got
go.
that yesterday.
Yeah, you don't really know, but if you, as like you said, you gotta believe in yourself. You don't know how it's gonna happen, but it just falls in your lap somewhere. You don't even, you just gotta stay consistent. Everybody's gonna have their time. It don't matter what you do. You know what I mean? Like you could be riding on a skateboard, practicing on a skateboard. You're gonna end up being the best one if you're practicing every day. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing I do online. I practice my stuff every day. Everything I do, walking on the runway, taking pictures, my connections, like all the stuff you guys see, I've actually made connections outside the app and made connections. And people really know me. You know what I mean? It's not just online, bro. It's like people know me outside. Like you go outside, y'all call me to Hollywood, they know me in Hollywood. Like I'm that guy. You know what I mean? Like y'all gotta. It's really real. It's not just on here, bro. You go outside, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Correct. Right. I hear you, man. I mean, it's really difficult to judge someone by their followers. Just okay, like some people even say, okay, you got 1 million followers, is there bots? You see Stack's post. He posts one, it goes to like 700k, 100k likes. So that just like it's something else, man. You're something else. Sean, I saw your platform. I fell in love with it. There's an organic traction there. So Web 3.0, you would identify your platform as a Web 3.0 platform, correct?
No, actually, it's got a Web 3.0 element. I personally think it's a combination of, at the moment, it's both. The gamification element definitely fits the metaverse concept. And the mission that I'm highlighting is what I feel metaverse is all about. Even though we're coming from the gaming industry, I don't think metaverse is a gaming platform, and I don't think it's all about collectibles. I think it's how people will interact with content and their communities on the internet. And that's the mission of our platform. We want to disrupt, the most commonly used audio-only platforms by giving something different. And yeah, I feel it's a fantastic journey, especially for all those wonderful people that are creating different metaverses. For me, I'm not Gen Z. I find a lot of metaverses difficult to comprehend. So for people that are looking to onboard, individuals on their platform, they could actually utilize Connect Club as a phase one, as a stepping stone. So it's like a filtering process. I always compare as if Warner Music buys beachfront property in the Sandbox, they're going to be focusing on the entertainment. Connect Club is going to be a bit like a Canary Wharf in London, but instead of a financial center, it's going to be a social networking center. You can build your communities, you can promote your projects, promote your NFT project, you can monetize there as well. So yeah, that's how I see us.
The next event that is, I'm observing a lot of events coming on Clubhouse. Connect Club. But one of the events that is buzzing right now is there's a music festival coming around. So what's that all about? When is that gonna come about?
Well, coming back to the different interfaces that facilitate different type of interaction, the one idea is to support, for example, artists, regardless of phases of the project lifecycle they're at. If you're just trying to get into the digital market, we provide practitioner-led intelligence, actionable intelligence that enables them to choose the right chains, enables them to be savvy on how to set up, their wallets, how to manage it. People like StackPack could share it directly with them, maybe even at the high level, but it's still valuable if they want to engage in a more sort of intimate level with StackPack. They can again speak to him directly and maybe employ his expertise. But it also at the last phases, when it comes to the realizing the financial gains, we created an interface that, you know, we call it a gallery, where people can showcase their artwork. And art for me, it's not about financial element. Financials, the monetization is just a result of it. Art for me personally, it's about emotional connection. It's about the storytelling. So if an artist told a story right and connected with their audience in the right manner, the feature of the gallery enables them to buy that piece of artwork right there, right then. So we did it with the contemporary
so you have
art,
a gallery,
with the fine art, music artists. Yeah, they all realized that you know how it's a bit of an emotional buying element. I remember being in London. There was a gallery not far away from Brick Lane. I was passing by and I saw, you know, they were giving free champagne away. So we walked in and I looked at some of the artwork. I thought, you know what, a 5-year-old could do a better job. I spent about half an hour with an artist, and then I was walking out 350 sterling light in my wallet, holding this piece of art because I knew a friend of mine would love it. And yeah, between you and I thinking, I still don't understand what the fuss was all about. But at that moment, I connected with an artist, and I thought, like, you know what? I know somebody who would really appreciate this artwork. And I did it. It was an emotional buy. And that's what we keep seeing at our galleries. People, you know, they support each other. We had an artist that sold NFT without having any high hopes. And the moment he sold the NFT, he turned around to artist who was exhibiting his artwork in the same gallery, you know, and said, listen, I actually love your piece of art. Here you go, let me buy it. So a lot of people talking about it, we experienced it live.
I think Pac is, I don't know if he's going to be in the, Pac, are you going to be in the, on the Connect Club music festival?
We would love for Pac to be there. I have to say, we're at the moment in the planning stages.
He is a musician, and his art pieces, I think you should definitely give him a space. You know, you got something special here. But gentlemen, I really want to talk to you about a lot of other stuff, but let's just end what I was just asking Stack. I wanted to ask you too, Sean, because you were there in the 50-hour room. I did want to get your feedback on that. We want to be better at it next year. We want to, you know, launch the award better next year. Do you have any feedback for us?
You did a fantastic job. You know, don't get me wrong. I think 50 hours was a little bit too much. I think people were a little bit exhausted. You've made a very good joke. You know, by the time you came back, you know, your kids have grown, your dogs had their puppies.
My dogs don't have kids, all right?
Yeah. So yeah, but it was a very, very good collective community effort. It was actually it was extraordinary to see how people were participating, giving their feedback, insights. You've done a fantastic job. So yeah, I'm actually I was delighted to be part of that group. I couldn't handle 50 hours, so I'll put my cards on the table. I wasn't there for 50 hours.
I got a fever right after that, but yes, it was magical. A lot of people who, you know, and that's what we are celebrating here. People like you who just dropped by even for a couple of hours. You really helped glue this together in a way, and I'm really glad because even in the nomination form, we had our Connect Club linked up, and I do see something over there. And I'm saying it from a very analytical standpoint. I think that we will collab in many other ways in the future, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be part of it. If there is anything we can help you from our end, if you need some artists or innovative NFT project founders, we'd be delighted to put you in contact with them. Maybe they want to have exposure through your media outlets, your channels. Yeah, it's all about supporting that community, and you know, you've got contacts that we don't, so we highly respect that. And yeah, absolutely for Stackback, if he wants to join us for the festival, which is taking place on 29th of May, we're gonna have 5 genres. We're gonna have 5
May.
stages. So we will definitely.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to cover music festival as well. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, give love to Mr. Stack Pack and Mr. Sean Alimov and Connect Club. If you're not on these social media platforms, trust me, you got to check him out. If you haven't, liked Stack Pack's Instagram, just check him out. He's gonna blow your mind. These are the most flamboyant personalities we have, and because of them, we're able to make the 50-hour-long room fun and interactive. In the end of the day, I know there are a lot of people who are saying stuff. It's all about identity, and the 50-hour room is deeply embedded within our identity. We know exactly who we are. We know where we are headquartered. We know what our analytics are. The ball's in your court now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Coin Republic. I want to ask, who are you? And if you know who are you, subscribe, like, send love. Mwah. Hate on. Hello. Okay. And we are live for the 6th time, ladies and gentlemen. We have interviewed the people who helped us glue together the 50-hour-long room on Clubhouse, celebrating NFT Superstars Award. We know for a fact that we have got a lot of attention when we're not only getting positive coverage, but a lot of shit coverage in Clubhouse. Once you get that political stuff going, you know for a fact that things are going. So I'm really glad that people are talking about the award both in good and bad ways. I want to say without a shadow of doubt, we have met tremendous talents, organic talents throughout the past couple of months. You perhaps would have remembered a particular interview with Ari Shah. The thumbnail's available with something like Wall Street Wolves NFT. It went pretty well. They were in the award as well. As a matter of fact, they are also nominated in some of the categories this year. So without a further ado, help me welcome to the screen Sina Shah, the head of marketing of Wall Street Wolves NFT. With him joining is Mr. Pascal, aka Unlimited Pass. He is the founder of Think Crypto, which is a growing club on Clubhouse. So it is my honor to welcome to the screen these gentlemen. Guys, welcome.
Hey, thank you very much.
Excited to be here.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You guys are growing. This is because when last time I interviewed Ari, by the way, Sina, are you Ari's brother? I think you look.
No, we're just good friends.
All right. So because I was just confused with the Shah thing going on. But one of the things that I asked him, I remember, you have some great utility with mixing, creating a wolfverse out of wolves, wolfettes, and then their kids, the kitties. So how are you going about, because you minted on February 14th on Valentine's Day. So how did it go about?
Yeah, correct. So we minted wolfettes about a month ago on Valentine's Day. A month before that, we minted our wolves, which is our Genesis collection. And only wolf holders were able to mint wolfettes. And we offered the wolfettes mint as a free mint for our community as part of our utility. And they're all on the ETH network. So essentially, if you hold a wolf and a wolfette, you'll be able to breed later in the spring. And you'll be able to breed a pup. And a pup is a baby wolf. And this is all part of the plan of us growing our wolfverse. Essentially, the idea of the wolfverse is, we want to create our own little metaverse inside of, you know, Decentraland or Sandbox, for example. I think we're going to go with Decentraland, but it's not final yet. You know, essentially it's going to start with us buying our first plot of land, most likely in Decentraland, and that's going to be the community hangout place other than Discord. And then and we'll, you know, hopefully over the next few years buy more plots of land in different locations. Each one will have a different use case, and by then people will have their wolves, wolfettes, pups, and some more surprises that we have coming down the roadmap. But yeah, that's kind of the essence of the Wolfverse and how the mint went. I think we minted around 200 something wolfettes, which was okay. I think it's kind of cool. You know, we minted partially, you know, when we launched, and it's okay. We're still pushing. The team is still here pushing, and I think that's kind of that's where the value is. The team cares and wants to bring value to the community forthgoing, and so we just reopened Mint about a few days ago for the Wolves. Mint had been closed for the past month because of the Wolfettes. We wanted to focus on the Wolfettes, so now we've reopened Mint for the Wolves, and we're going to continue minting for both. The total supply for the Wolfettes is 3,333.
Okay.
And the total supply for the Wolves is 9,999. So
hold on. 3,333 for Wolfettes.
Yep.
And 9,000 for Wolves.
Correct.
So how does the pairing work? Where is the rest 6,000 they're single?
So kind of you only get
hence proved life is unfair even in the metaverse.
This is true. Yeah,
Supply and demand, baby.
We there's only one Wolfette minting allowed per wallet that holds a wolf. So if someone holds anywhere between 1 to 9 wolves, 9 wolves is the max per wallet. You'd still only be able to mint one Wolfette. So that was the thinking in it. You know, it's supposed to be more exclusive than the wolves, and at the same time, some people own more than one wolf. So that's why the Wolfettes are more limited.
So how does the breeding work then?
What do you mean?
So, you know, the wolves, Wolfettes, and you got the kids. How did the breeding work?
The breeding is going to be essentially one pup per wallet as well.
Oh,
but Sina, quick question. And so I've seen some of my other NFTs, like in the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and to be a mutant ape, sometimes you take an elixir. Are you guys doing something like that? Is there some sort of thing I take, or?
Yeah, we might be. I don't want to really spoil too much.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you like,
spoken like a true journalist, Pascal.
Gotta dig deep.
He's taking over my show.
Collaboration, baby.
I'd love to focus more on what we're working on now, as opposed to our next steps in the roadmap. I think that might be a little bit more fruitful for the audience.
Pascal, how did you join these guys? Because I met you, and I met your clubhouse, and then I saw that you were involved with these guys. I already know Ari back then, and I know because, you know, you guys have this organic traction going on. I mean, you get so many NFT creators on Clubhouse chilling a lot, but you guys stand out somehow. I don't know how, but you do. Okay, so how did you know these guys?
So the cool thing is, I think it's proximity. You know, the one thing is the metaverse is global. However, I was blessed and fortunate enough to know one of the founding team members in real life before I knew she was in crypto. And so I just reached out to her, and she mentioned what she was doing with her project. She said, check it out. And then she introduced me to the team almost instantly because she was excited that I was also in the space. I was hosting rooms just on crypto education. And really, I thought that she just appreciated the fact that I was just there, you know, giving my time and talking about how to help people learn more about crypto and NFTs. So from there, it was just natural. I mean, the whole energy and vibe of the crew is real and authentic, and I think that's what made me kind of feel more comfortable about, one more step. And then when I saw the community was alive and pumping, it just got me really excited. They have a similar philosophy of making things better, and so when you think of a Wall Street Wolf, at first you think of Jordan Belfort, and that's that. But the reality is, it's much
he
more
told
than
me
that.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it goes
remember
beyond
that.
Sina,
You guys were
like,
inspired by please go ahead. Go ahead.
Sina,
Mike.
talk
I'm sorry.
about the initial thoughts of like, okay, Wolf of Wall Street the movie, and then how it hits with the team and the group.
Yeah, so essentially a big inspiration we took from the movie Wolf of Wall Street is that Jordan Belfort kind of groomed a group of young individuals and taught them how to really get involved with the stock market. And that's kind of what gave us inspiration. We're a group of educated individuals in the crypto and NFT space. I mean, obviously everyone's only educated to an extent since the space is so new, but we've all been doing it for a couple of years. So we wanted to pass on the knowledge we knew to other people in the space, and we decided to do it through an NFT collection. And that's where Wall Street Wolves came about. However, about a month and a half ago, we got a cease and desist from Jordan Belfort's lawyer. And yeah.
Well, that's an honor, by the way. That's an honor, first of all.
It is. Didn't he get one in the movie? Didn't he get a cease and desist in the movie too? A couple, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right.
From
all types of nefarious things. So
way to go, guys! Way to go.
You're not a wolf until you get a cease and desist.
Yeah, it was. I guess it's kind of an accomplishment, but it was also kind of scary because, we're trying to build something, and all of a sudden we get a lawyer involved, and so. Anyhow, we had the Wolfverse coming anyhow. The idea of the Wolfverse in the metaverse. So this was a perfect time to actually transition from Wall Street Wolves to the Wolfverse. And now our main utility that we want to provide going forward is alpha to our community. We've held an NFT masterclass. And that was five days full-on sessions of us covering different topics about NFTs that the community was interested in. And they're all recorded, and they're all posted on YouTube and in our Discord. So things like that is what we're going to continue doing going forward, just to keep providing knowledge to other people in the community.
Sina, what's the stat with a Wolf Tank? Are you guys doing it still?
Yes, we are, but it hasn't come up yet. Probably in the summertime.
Why don't you do it in a separate platform? Maybe you need a collab partner, a media partner for that.
That's a good idea.
Maybe you need two media partners.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I really when I heard that idea, actually after that, I thought about it, because there are a lot of people who are shilling on Clubhouse, and it just seems so there's either a lot of negativity on Clubhouse, or there's a lot of shilling going on. And or there are two positive rooms. So we also did two positive rooms. We also tried shilling rooms. But when Ari talked about Wolf Tank, I remember it caught on with him because there is an idea involved. And usually it happens in Twitter Spaces, but it doesn't happen on other platforms. What is your plan with that? When you're gonna do it?
So like I mentioned, in the summertime is the timeline for it. Now regarding the style or what it's going to be, essentially, we're going to have only people from our community. They can get together and they can form an idea. It can be for an NFT collection. It could be for just a Web3 project. And they're going to come forth to the team members and they're going to pitch. And essentially, whoever we deem to be the best project or the best idea, we're going to help out with them in terms of getting it started and giving them pointers and mentoring, and then we're also going to help them raise funds for their project.
That is
and
so
if the
good,
first,
man.
if the first Wolf Tank goes well, then we have no reason to not continue.
Oh, hell yeah, man. And, you got all our attention and you got all our help. I can say that. I can extend that to you. And
Thank you.
I do want to come back to the theme of the podcast, which is the NFT Superstars Award. Remember, I tried contacting you guys before, and somehow didn't go through. But I saw Pascal, and then he contacted you guys. You guys dropped in on the 50-hour room for a couple of hours. You saw how it went about. I wanted to get your feedback on it. What could we do better next year? Yeah, let's start with that.
So I was not in the 50-hour room. I believe that was Ari.
Sina didn't get a chance to jump in, but I was there, and I would say in my opinion, I think the room was dope. 50 hours is a long time. I think some people have. The longest I've heard was like maybe 96 hours in Clubhouse. It's crazy.
96 hours,
but or longer. I don't know. But the idea is that people can come in, and I think some of it's the limitations of Clubhouse and how you can share. I think since after your 50-hour room, the sharing has become a little bit more sophisticated. Did you notice that? With Clubhouse, you can ping people differently. You can share on Twitter. You can share in other platforms a lot easier. And maybe a running start. So I didn't know that it was going on until it was there. And so, maybe if I was on, had another way of knowing about it in advance, it would have been able to promote it even more for.
Yes, definitely,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Coming to you, Pascal, I remember, so you're coming up with this brand called TheCoinRepublic. I was one of your rooms that day, and I got blown away because you had similar ideas that I had, because I also did daily news on behalf of TheCoinRepublic, and we tried it once. I know it's so difficult because you want to switch in between links. That takes 15 minutes extra and all of that. You're doing all of that. So tell me about TheCoinRepublic. What is it all about?
So TheCoinRepublic was inspired by just a space. Like I'm a noob, and like I may have intelligence in one dimension, but with crypto, it's completely new. And I love crypto because it does challenge me to use different parts of my brain, the analytical, also the psychological, because crypto, like you hear Sina is director of marketing. Like he's not the coder and not the developer. However, he does have to know like some base words, some coin, some language, so that he can communicate with others and also educate others. As a director of marketing, that's probably a lot of his job. Same thing for me. I am in a way, I help market my TheCoinRepublic Club, but really we do use terms and definitions. We get the hottest news right off the ticker, like whatever's hot, and I spend hours scouring each night, figuring, what do people need to know, what do they want to hear, and from then we'll just drop it that morning. And what we do is collaborate with really some of the foremost thought leaders in the industry, anything from Ari and Sina, even yourself. But sometimes we've got people with anywhere from 50 to 100,000 followers just dropping in our room to see what we're talking about. And then we ask them on stage and they share their opinions. And that's really what keeps it engaging. But really it boils down to the basic education. And right now we're in development of setting up a few workshops, not just workshops, but we're going to have a summit sometime in the fall. We might even get a time, if we have time, we're going to
in-person event as well.
Say that one more time.
You're going to come up with an in-person
event. These are actually in-person events with also a meta/virtual component. So we have partners and collaborators all over the world. We have folks in Africa, folks in Dubai. And the idea is to really get some momentum in person here in the Washington, D.C. area, because this is a point. Well, in the United States.
So are you going to be in the NFT NYC event just June or?
It's possible. I will. We're working on about 6 events over the next 9 months. So I'm really busy here in the DC area. But if I can, I sneak up. I wanted to go down to Miami. I think Miami has NFT Miami next week, and Bitcoin conference right after. But I've got something coming up in May. We need to focus and get everything in alignment. So we're spending a lot of time getting this ready. So again, there can be more education, get more coverage across the country. And for those who have a similar mission and vision, we're going to invite them to either be sponsors or partners. And again, the village doesn't raise a child. And so for each person here, the village does raise a child. And it's a better child that learns from more people than just that one person. Thanks, Sarav. I see you. But you get it. It's not just one person with all the intelligence or the brains. It's multiple people coming together to try and make things better. And so that's really what we do with TheCoinRepublic.
So dope, man. I mean, I think you guys, you caught a pulse over there. I think you're on the right track. I saw one of these rooms with similar themes starting on Clubhouse a couple of months ago, and I saw them evolve into something. There are a lot of hate rooms available as well, but one of the things that I saw in your room was that you're actually informing people, which is great. You actually live up to the name, Think Crypto. You gotta have to think about it. Speaking of which, TheCoinRepublic crypto as well. We also do something similar, but we're gonna collab soon, I hope, and we're gonna come up with something. We're gonna talk on the back channel. So I think okay. So you were in the 50-hour room. I want to, except for yourself, guys. By the way, guys, which categories are you nominated in again? Best NFT community.
It was I think best overall NFT, right? Was one of them.
Yeah, best NFT creator, best NFT community, I think.
Best community and creator. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I think just the community part. So, Wall Street Wolves NFT is, you can see their nomination. The voting form will be linked down below. Make sure when you click on it, and this is you can also share it with your community as well. Vote for these guys. They're, I think, in number 3. They're not leading the poll, but they're in the top 3 definitely on the poll. So do share them love, guys. They have amazing stuff going on. Also, so the quick stuff, when you try to vote for them, vote for anyone, there will be an OTP sent to your email. It might come to your spam email because it's a mass email. So once you just put the OTP, the vote automatically gets registered. So make sure that you make your mind up before you vote, and then do the process. So guys, I mean, I wish you all the best for the award. I seriously am vouching for you for this community win. So
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think that covers most of the stuff. Unless you have anything to say before we part. Can I say something before we part? Yeah, Sina.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for having me on here. If anyone is interested in joining our community, please feel free to join our Discord. It's /Wolfverse, WOLFVERSE. Feel free to join, and if you mint one of the NFTs, then you'll get access to all the channels and all our alpha. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sina, don't let it sleep. Like, I think you're like a little bit, probably because he's involved in it. But let me tell you how dope that mastermind was. I mean, sorry, was it mastermind? Was it 5-day mastermind, or what you call
NFT masterclass?
Yeah, the masterclass. And I think pretty soon they're also going to have a Wolfverse challenge. It's like a 5-day challenge based on the education. And then from that challenge, you should be able to anything from minting your own NFTs, just being better at acquiring your own NFTs, and just knowing crypto better. I mean, that is a powerful thing for, the alpha in there from people who have done it, who've made mistakes, learned from their mistakes, and succeeded. That is really where there's a lot of value that, again, when you're in something, Sarov, people don't realize how, or you may not realize how difficult it is to launch a show, and TheCoinRepublic is so challenging to do. And for you, it's kind of basic, but if somebody were to ask you, how do you get started? Man, that's worth tens of thousands of dollars in time and energy. And so both you guys, I commend you on being excellent at what you do. So this
Thanks,
is
Pascal.
Man, thank you. And Sina is stuck.
If I'm being honest, I don't think this session really did a justice about our NFT collection. Like, there's a lot I could really talk about, which I would love to. There's a lot of stuff
AMA.
we're doing.
We'll do an AMA
maybe,
soon. Do one on TheCoinRepublic too in the future.
Yeah, so maybe another session I can really talk about the things I would like to talk about.
All right, no worries. We're gonna do another podcast with you guys exclusively. We're also gonna try to do another AMA on Clubhouse. The replays are gonna be on, and for those people who want to check them out, we got one interview done with Ari Shah. It's again there, and we're looking forward to having you on another separate interview in the future as well. Guys, send them love, and before we go, remember this. The TheCoinRepublic's NFT Superstars Award is going to happen by the end of April. So you have enough time to vote for your favorite creators. Again, vouch for your favorite creators and trying to vote for them at once. It's worth it. If you want to extend someone's support, it's a community trying to get that. So see you on the other side.